Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor, episode 23.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, look at that! I didn't even look. Last week, the team took a bath. I knew I was going to say that. That was like the highlight of the session, was choosing which bathhouse to go to and then taking the bath. All right, it's just, I think that was half the session, right?
Been a few weeks since we had a bath, so we had to put some time in on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did we
Nobody
not
said they watched
bathe while
my
we
game.
were at the Frog Village?
I mean, it was a
No.
swamp. They didn't really. They're frogs.
It was a swamp, but more importantly, you guys were not in a position to do a lot of bathing.
Even if we did
I mean,
bathe at
if
the
they
Frog
had
Village,
one.
we went through the swamp. Like, I dove into the swamp, we swam through the swamp, like...
You got transported to places.
I'm
and
just
got
saying,
hit.
if they had one, I would have definitely taken a bath like at Red Ladies before leaving. But I guess if there was nothing, then yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, so we just, everybody took a nice bath together, and only one of the NPCs left to go take a bath with the giant ogre, which was cool. After leaving that area, they headed into Selindor proper, where they found themselves in front of a large gate, which has a name. But they met an interesting creature there that guarded the gate. He looked like a really furry, hooved dwarf. I need to get back to where I was because I missed it. And he went by the name of Korid. And he was quite the salesman. He got everybody to purchase their passports, their multipass.
I got mine.
And everybody went ahead and bought their multipass. But some people got some souped up multipasses, ones with maps, ones with basically telephones. So it was a real good day for Korid, who sold these things to these people, who then went into an area of the outer Nexium of Selindor, a large circular ring that surrounds the main tree and the housing districts within, called the outer Nexium, and this particular section is called Twilight Town. So, in Twilight Town, they did shopping. That's right, shopping. And that was the other half of the session. So you guys have just finished doing quite a bit of shopping. You are currently absent in Orin when you are all arriving at the Hidden Boar. So, speaking of which, Orin, I don't remember how much of that you got prepped, but I would say for the level of what you're doing, were you making a full mold and then doing intricate work after that, or what were you doing?
I was doing the intricate work in the mold.
So you were doing individual molds for each one then?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that would probably take you quite a while to do. So I would say go ahead and make your roll for your first one for the night.
That's doing smith tools, right?
Mhm.
What does that use?
I believe it's going to go ahead and be dexterity.
And proficiency, right?
And proficiency. Dex plus proficiency.
Okay. That's a 26 then.
26. Well, which one did you start with? Because whatever you did, you nailed it. It is perfect.
That would be the amethyst one, probably. That's the first on my list.
Okay, cool. Well, that one comes out of its mold perfectly and is cooling. So you got that one, and God, sorry, my brain has been fogged all day long. You were doing this at Steel River Ironworks, right?
Yep.
So Zax looks over to you and he's like, "Damn, that's pretty nice."
Well, thank you, sir. I do take pride in my work.
You're gonna show me how you do that. And he comes over there and he starts working. If you want to, because of your high roll, if you want to try to accomplish a second one tonight, you'll be up a little bit later. But with his help, I would give you advantage if you wanted to take the benefit to try to make a second one tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So you'll be up later. You will not be arriving for the first half of this stuff that's going on at the Boar's Head, but you will have a chance to make a second roll, which I will let you know when we get to that point.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the rest of the group, you find yourself coming upon what looks like a very large, very rustic-looking building. On the outside, it says the Hidden Boar with a burp. The Hidden Boar boarding house. And it's quite large. It seems to be like the bottom floor seems to open up and sweep, and you can see that there's these massive, like, you would have to say they're probably mammoth tusks just rising up to create these sort of pillar-like exterior that sort of opens up and leads you in, and it's very almost tribal in the way it looks. It seems to be on that tower upwards, floor after floor, that almost seem to be staggered in the way that it stacks up higher. It's quite a large and impressive building.
That's where the boar is. Big tusks.
Yeah, like they hid the bar inside the actual structure of the building, or is the bar supposed to be hidden, or I don't get it.
I don't know. But we should find the boar. Do we get the prize if we find the boar?
I don't know, but I see Midnir. Hi, Midnir.
Minier's like stops. Oh, how was the rest of shopping?
Pretty good. I
Mitnir,
got
have
a
you
ring.
seen the boar?
I haven't gone in yet. I've been waiting for you.
Sorry if we kept you waiting.
Gagnor, how long have I been waiting? Technically,
Yeah, you kind of went straight there after.
because I did like a
one
5-minute
thing.
conversation and headed there. They went shopping. More.
Yeah, you've been waiting for like about 2 hours.
Well, I'm keeping count, so that's for my book.
Oh, you've just been sitting outside doing Tai Chi.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for them, and I'm just outside just practicing. Like,
yeah. So as you guys walk up, you see Mindir's like, "Whoa." And there's like he's got a small crowd of people that are just kind of like standing there, just like, oh yeah. It's not every day you see a dragonborn just. Yeah, you see, there's like you actually make like 10 silver total. It's just like laying on the ground at your feet.
I don't notice until they got my attention. Like, ooh, shiny.
Yeah, and as you guys approach and he stops, they walk away. So yeah, looking
What are they
into
clapping
the
for?
Oh no.
looking back at the Boar's Head boarding or the Hidden Boar boarding house, it's got like this nice like heavy leather flap as its entrance.
Well, shall we go get the room or two, or
Depends on how big the rooms are. I'll
Yeah.
pull back the flap and hold it open for people.
I duck in?
Okay, so as you guys come in, it's warm, it's rustic, it's cheery. You're immediately hit with laughter, and between the laughter, you hear like so what's the deal with other gnomes? What am I talking about? Like you hear like like this really crappy stand-up comedian on the stage, and you look over to your left in this very like themed bar, like everything is like boar head this, boar's that, covered in pelts and leather and tusks everywhere. All of the seats are made out of like bones and leather and straps. But you see on the stage, there's this little gnome who's like dressed like a barbarian, and he's just telling jokes, and they're all terrible. You see this very beautiful oakwood bar, and behind it, you see a laughing individual with big, huge tusk gauge earrings, and horns on his head. And he's got what looks like a big, huge, furry sash going across in this metal medallion on his chest. And he's just going, so funny, man. Oh, so great. And the place is full with like a sporadic spread of tables in all directions. There's no booze on the walls or anything like that. It's just different tables all set up, and in the middle there is a small dip for like what looks like a pit that you can't quite see into from the entrance.
I go look in the pit.
Okay, you mosey your way in, and on your way, a young fawn female walks up to you and says, "Hi, welcome to the Hidden Boar. I'm
Hi.
Stig. How can we help you?"
Thank you. Well, we're in need of some rooms for the evening. Actually, probably more than one evening. I don't know
Oh,
how
sure.
long we're staying. And
Well, my
some
dad will
dinner.
help you at the bar if you're looking for rooms. If you want a table, let me know. I will hook you up.
Yeah, we would love a table.
Okay. Would you like one next to the stage? Would you like one next to the pit?
What's in
Is his
Would you like one next to the bar?
the bar?
Is his act almost
The
done?
bar. Don't want to stumble. Don't want to fall. Haha. Let's go to the bar. So she will lead you guys.
I do look
into a
in the
table.
pit before I follow.
It's a mud pit, and there are pigs in it.
Okay.
She found the boar.
Yep, there
Fresh
it
dinner.
is. There they are.
They
Right-
did not
right
do
there.
a good job hiding the boar. This was a very bad job.
It's the not so hidden boar.
Said he sweeps over to the table and waits for someone to pull the chair back for her.
Okay, so yeah, what? All right, so when you do that, I guess Strig's like, okay.
She sits.
It seems like a more rustic and
We haven't had a sit-down dinner, okay?
I was gonna say Propsy took the chair, but Propsy's not on mic, so I forgot I switched it. Anyway.
I sit down every time we eat.
At the table with like plates and forks and actual drinking glasses. I mean,
oh, you want food that you can eat with a fork? Okay, we can do that too.
Do you need a fork for berries?
Is there anything that I can get you guys to get started? Anything to drink?
do you have like mead or wines?
Honey water?
Well, we have some meats. Yeah. We're really big on our ales. The Hidden Boar Tavern. My dad's kind of really thematic about this place. He loves it. But you know, I can probably get you some mead if you want. But wine's kind of out of the question. He doesn't want anything that's too fancy here.
What's his favorite ale?
His favorite ale is the pig belly froth.
I'll take 2.
Okay. All right. Anybody need anything else?
Any honey water?
Honey water? What? Honey water? Just water with
Basically,
honey?
Propsy doesn't want to drink.
Sure. I could arrange that.
Grim does not need honey in his water, just regular water.
Sure. Coming right up. So you guys find yourself sitting between the bar and the stage, and you can see that there's plenty of people that are hanging out around the stage, just laughing at this little gnome. I don't have any jokes for you guys because my brain's just it's falling out of my head. But he's just sitting at the bar at this little or sitting on the stage of this little gnome, and he's like, "All right, yeah. So you're all a bunch of ugly fuckers, you know."
Can I go up to the stage?
Sure.
I would like to touch him and give him guidance.
Okay. He's like, okay, so you reach up and you touch this
Improve his
gnome that's
jokes.
telling jokes, and he's just like, whoa, this isn't that kind of place, little bird. Woo!
Trust me. And then I touch him.
Roll for touchy.
What is it, like a D4 or something?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. My comedy's now a 9 instead of a 7. Woo!
Yeah!
I
Only
just
the
picture like
best.
Seinfeld up on stage,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to do his jokes because it's just, again, my brain has been fogged all day.
So I wanted to sit at the bar, not by the stage.
Okay. So all that noise is going on. So you're halfway between that and then the bar. The bar is relatively close to you. You can see this very happy, hearty, buff-looking fawn behind the bar, who's just laughing heartily at everything that happens. After a few moments, you see Strig comes back with your drinks, and she puts a nice little goblet that looks like it's been a hollowed out horn in front of Seti, and it looks like it's got this golden colored liquid inside. And then she puts 2 big wooden flagons of this big, huge, like the head is foaming over the top of the beer and just like dripping onto the table and onto the floor.
Picks one up and just starts drinking it.
Okay, it's wow.
Not trying to finish it, just like, a big
No,
gulp.
it's just like the flavor is just wow. Never ever before had a beer that tasted so similar to bacon. It's it has this sort of umami that only comes with meat, and you're just like blown off. It still tastes like beer, but it's like this is pig beer.
Oh, this was worth it. The sit-down meals are great.
It's beer for carnivores.
Liquid bacon fat in there and everything.
I forgot that the foam of beer is called the head, and I thought you meant like the cup was a literal head that was foaming over.
That boar's head goblet,
Yeah, it's a
Why not?
boar's head. They bring you a boar's head with beer in it.
That's why it tastes like bacon. It's not even done decomposing. It's just a fresh boar head.
Yeah. Okay.
I take the
So-
horn and I'm like, does this mean my meat isn't vegetarian anymore?
No, that meat's made from honey.
Right. Is good?
Is meat. It's good meat. It's not like the greatest meat you've ever tried in your life. It's meat.
What kind of? All right. So I'm already getting the vibe of this place. What kind of food do you have that isn't made from meat or animals of any kind?
We have truffles in garlic aioli.
That sounds
Um,
good.
And we have fried potatoes in garlic aioli. Anything that's not made from a pig is mostly covered in garlic aioli.
It sounds good. You know what? I'll have some of the
It's
potatoes.
the bar food. It's the bar food thing. My dad thinks that everything tastes better with garlic aioli. You're damn right it does, String. You're damn right. Garlic aioli and beer go together so fucking well.
I am not complaining. I've had nothing but the berries for like 2 weeks.
Uh,
So
It's like, but usually we actually have a full menu in the mornings. If you guys are staying at the inn, it's one golden night per person, and we do provide breakfast. So
good to know.
if
Thank
you want something vegetarian, I'll make sure that we get some whenever our grocery delivery comes.
That's very kind of you. I would be so appreciative.
Okay,
but-
so one vegetarian. Anybody else?
Mhm.
Another vegetarian for the bird. Okay, cool. We'll make sure to accomplish that. Sorry, Aarakocra. It was rude of me to say bird.
It's fine.
Anybody else need anything?
No. Grim has already had a berry today.
Whatever the daily special is.
Well, around this time, it's usually just an entire hog leg. So,
Sounds good. I'll take one.
okay. All right. Well, I'll put you guys' orders in. Have a good time. Nobody's taken to the pit yet today. So, if you're feeling lucky,
Taken to what?
oh, the pit, the mud pit. It's are you guys new in town?
Yes.
Yes, we are
Oh,
new in town.
well, welcome. Yeah, so the our pit's kind of famous. It is both a brawling pit and some nights we also do a pig catching. Anybody who can catch a pig, you get to keep it. But you have a time limit, of course. And what we do with the pig is up to you. You can keep it as a pet. I've seen that happen before, or it could be your dinner.
interesting entertainment you have here.
Could I keep it as a pet until I needed dinner?
I mean, you could. It'd be your pig after that. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. I mean, we're not gonna
This
I mean,
it's a bad idea.
you can pay us later to prepare it as a meal for you, but at that point, it's your pig. I mean,
Right. Well, thank you so much for the hospitality, the information. Being new in town, we appreciate the hookup and the lowdown. Should we order something for Oren? Did he say how long he would be? I feel bad.
Do any of you want a pig?
I want to eat a pig.
Why?
okay, so one boar leg. Okay.
I mean,
Do you
I
have
might
to
try-
pay to go catch a pig?
Yes. We don't just give away pigs for free.
How much do you pay for a pig?
It's 10 gold for a pig chase. You get 5 minutes to try to catch a pig, but our pigs are especially slippery.
Okay, well, here, I toss it a platinum.
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready, just meet me over by the pit. We have a little bit of fanfare for it.
Okay,
You want a pig, Green?
I mean, it's a cheap pig.
Sure.
Rather have a pig than little pieces of metal.
Okay, and don't forget, no magic.
Griffin will not use magic.
Okay, fantastic. Whenever you're ready, I'll let my dad know. And what was your name? You Grim? You said Grim?
Grim,
Okay. Yes. Okay. Awesome. I do like watching people chase the pigs. I don't like what happens after, but I love watching them chase the pigs. She giggles and walks off.
Just a side note: is your zombie still with you at the tavern?
I don't know where she is.
I assume I forgot about those things entirely.
Yeah, we have a zombie and a
This
lizard.
bar does in fact have let me see here.
through like
Pet
cocoa
boarding?
bread, like
Is there like a daycare?
They have Mount Care. Mount Care.
Mount Care. My zombie.
So it's 1 gold per night per person, and it's also 1 gold per night per animal.
Okay, this is fine.
I was just gonna say, if he's like, "Oh, I don't do magics," and he's got a zombie right next to him, chilling there.
Yeah, I assume your zombie's literally just standing there next to you. It's not like they're gonna board a zombie.
We probably should have put her in like a dress or something.
Maybe we should go ahead and get our room, and then she can just stay in the room.
in
Just
your room. You can
Stay in there and
In-
she just stay
We'll
in there.
definitely
and
get at least 2 rooms.
at least 2 rooms.
Might,
But where
might
will
wanna, I don't know,
Lizard stay?
tie her down or something so she doesn't go eat people.
She's not going
Yes.
to eat people unless Grim tells her to eat people.
What if the spell fades before you wake up?
You're not there.
You think Grim cannot count? Grim can count. Grim knows what time it is.
I don't know how the spell works. Does she just break loose or does she just fall over dead again?
I think she just
think she-
collapses.
I think she
turned-
fell over
she-
dead.
Oh, okay.
No longer animated.
Don't know. Grim hasn't let her die yet, so
Again. Hasn't let her die again.
Anywho,
Weird magic.
yes, Grim must go catch a pig.
okay,
Alright.
so Grim, you head over to the edge of the mud pit. It's about a 20-foot drop down into the pit, but you can see that there's like a little rope ladder to get down. And the pit itself is about 30 feet across, and it's just got like 4 or 5 pigs just kind of chilling in there. And they're not like these big, huge, gigantic pigs or anything. They're just like, adolescent pigs.
Pigs. Okay, well, we'll feed them. Make it the big pig.
Okay. So as you make your way to the edge, you see the guy behind that counter. Hops off, his hooves clap on the table, and he says, "Patrons of the Hidden Moor, looks like we've got our first big hunter for the night." And you hear cheers, and everybody's like, "Oh, I didn't finish my set yet." Well, shut up You can get back to it, Benny. Ah! And everybody's like starts cheering and turning around, and people start crowding around the mud pit. Say, all right, rules are simple. You got 5 minutes to try to catch a pig. No magic. Our friend Grim here is the first contestant up for the night. Look at that. We got a lot of meaty pigs down there, so let's hope he can get his hands on one of those little greased little monkey boys. Ha ha! All right. Whenever you're ready, sir, we'll lower you down in.
Okay.
The time starts when I say go. So you're able to climb down into the pit. You find yourself in the center. The mud is not shallow. It's like
Not shallow.
It's like probably about 5 inches deep. So every time you step in, your foot goes deep in.
No magic.
So this is considered difficult terrain for the for moving purposes. And then he says, "All right, on your mark, get set, go!" All right, so there are 5 pigs in this area. It is a circle that is about 30 foot across.
Okay.
At any given turn, you can try to dive towards any one pig. All right.
Okay. But before that, Grim is going to say, "Pigs, come to Grim," and make a persuasion check with advantage. And then if that doesn't work, then he will go catch the pigs. 19.
19. Jesus Christ. There's 5 pigs. I'll roll for each fucking one.
Pigs, come to Grim.
Every pig walks over to Grim.
Come here,
They're just
pig.
like, what, people are like, what the fuck? I said no magic.
It's not magic. Pigs like Grim.
It's not magic, Dad. I'm watching. And, so all these pigs just walk over. You haven't grabbed any of them yet, but they're just like.
I'm gonna gonna scratch on their behind their ears and under their chin, and I'm gonna look them over, like see which one looks like he's like, like the healthiest, like strongest looking little pig.
All right, just gonna take one of your pig grabbing turns, but go ahead and make a animal handling check.
Animal handling. Oh, 7. Yuck.
I don't know. There's this one. He's got like this real stink about him, but you really like him for some reason.
Oh, that must be why I like him, because he stinks. Well, that's the one I want. I always take the stinky pig.
Yeah, he's got like, it almost looks like he has a beard, like a full beard, because of how much mud is on his face. He's just like the guy that's really rolling around in it.
Oh, he's a muddy boy.
His chin is like big, huge underbite. Like, oh yeah.
Oh, he's an ugly boy. Oh, I would very gingerly pick him up.
Okay, you still need to make a dexterity check to try to pick up the pig.
Okay, I'll make a dexterity.
Or you can make an animal handling check with disadvantage.
Oh, no. That would be worse. Where's my dexterity? How do I make... I guess I could just use the saving throw. Oh! Poop! It's very slippery.
5. So you try to pick up this pig, and as you do, you feel as if you are trying to pick up like pure oil in your hands. As you try to pick up this pig, it just slips right out of your hand. It just goes back into the mud and goes and starts running around.
Grim will find the cleaner pig. Just wipe up myself on my
so the pig
leathers.
running around in circles again because that one got picked up and dropped. So they're just kind of like all over the place.
I have to. What is there another one that I'm gonna look for a good pig again?
All right, animal handling check.
13.
You see a small one that looks a bit scrawny, not like a good eating pig, but cute.
Oh yes, we'll find it. Be like, oh hey you little piggy, come here, come to Grim. Grim, you will be Grim's baby pig. Persuasion with advantage is 12. Hopefully he's a dumb pig. I mean he's a pig, but pigs are pretty smart.
I rolled like a 4 on 5 dice when I rolled for them. He just goes.
Then Grim will dive at him.
Okay, make your dexterity check.
Yeah. 10.
Yeah, slips right out from under your fingers, and the crowd's just like, yeah, as you get a face full of mud.
I kind of want to chase a pig too, but I just took a bath.
That's your mistake. All right. We're gonna find another pig. Whew, here we go. Find a good one now. 11 animal handling. Probably find the same pig.
I mean, yeah. So you still see that pig, and he's very snooty, like
This is
he's
it.
prancing, and he's kind of taunting you.
That's it. Now I'll use intimidate on him. Hey, don't make Grim angry, little pig. 15.
He kind of cowers a bit as this 7-foot tall thing starts threatening him.
And then I will try to get him again.
Okay, make your dexterity check.
15.
15. Okay, so the pig is in your hands, but now I need you to make a competitive strength check to try to hold it.
Competitive strength check. Oh no! Why this roll so bad?
You tie it, so I need you to make it again. Because you guys they watch him start slipping out of his hand, and the
Grim
fingers are
has it
beginning
now.
to. Oh,
No,
yeah,
Grim win.
You rolled a natural one. So
Grim rolled a natural 20.
everybody the roars with cheers, and people start getting really drunk, and this one guy just like falls right over the edge and just slops into the mud next to Grim. Just everyone's like, hey, what are the rules of the pit? Don't get too close to the pit when you're drunk. That's right. Anyways, it's just like it's not a very catchy rule, but it's needed to everybody needs to know it.
This is a good rule. Don't be in the pit. Yes.
Anyways, so you caught your pig, and everybody's cheering for you as you're hoisted out of the pit. You have this really snooty, tiny little baby boy pig.
I like you. You have attitude.
He tries to eat your.
He tries to eat what?
Your nose, like all the little whiskers, the fur whiskers around your nose.
Oh.
He's just going. He's not kissing you.
Good
He's
boy.
trying to eat whiskers on your nose.
That's a good boy. You giving daddy kisses. Good boy, Ernie. Oh, good job, Ernie. You're such a good boy.
Get the impression he doesn't like Ernie, but because he can understand everything you're saying. Anyways, so Grim is covered in mud and has a pig.
I have a pig. I will feed my pig berries. I will make them.
All right, so you start walking out of the pit, just dripping mud, and Streg walks up and says, "Quick cleaning."
Clean what?
She does prestidigitation.
Okay. She just got rid of my mud, though, right?
You lost a couple mushroom babies.
My mushroom babies. That's okay.
No.
I grow more. I'll grow more. I can always grow more mushroom babies. Can you clean? You clean Ernie too.
Oh, of course.
Ernie needs to be clean.
I don't know why I rolled. Yeah, she prestidigitizes the pig. I was like, "What's this 17?"
You're so clean, Ernie. And then so I'll use a spell slot to make some more berries, and I'll feed Ernie a couple berries.
One's probably enough for him, but
You know.
you feed him a couple. So he eats the second one, and you see him. He eats it, and then immediately just goes. And little comes out the bottom.
Yeah. Good, Ernie. That means you are full.
It's gonna be a rough night for Ernie. Ernie's gonna be taking little poops all night.
That's all right. We can clean it up.
All right, so
He definitely has a separate room.
as all this nonsense goes on, like people keep coming by your table to smack Grim on the back, and say, "Hey, good job, good job." I was like, "I was convinced this game was rigged," like all kind of stuff. And then eventually, your guys' food comes out, and you have like nice little truffle plates with a little aioli, and then they bring out an entire like leg of a pig that has been really well cooked. You take one bite into it, and it's just so moist and delicious. And oh my god, it's like the turkey legs that you get at the Renaissance Festival, but like ham.
Mitya's just like, and then like picks up the beer, and just like, we can just stay here. This is fine. We can
Yeah.
just stay.
Roll Constitution. A Constitution saving throw, though.
The adventure's done. We are living here now.
The mushrooms are good.
23.
23. Okay, you don't get any heartburn, which is good. You just have a nice full belly as you keep going. You don't even get drunk really because you're a big dragonborn, but like you a little bit of a, you can feel it. You can feel that you drank some beer after your second flagon.
Just got rosy cheeks, buzzing a little.
Just like, oh, that was a great meal.
All right. Anything else I can do for you guys? You just want to grab your room for the night?
I think that'll do it for me.
Yeah. So after all the pig chasing and everything like that, eventually, right before you guys are about to head up, Orin walks in.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hello.
Oh, by the way, did you want to leave your finished roll? Make your roll for your second one, and did you want to leave your finished products there for him so that you can give them all at once, or did you want to take them one at a time? Or you want to hold on to them because he said he would keep them for you if you wanted.
I'm gonna hold on to them.
Okay.
Ninja vanish.
Because I have to go to that other place to finish them.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I
Where
rolled
we
two
do it?
15s with a +7, so 22 for the second.
22. Absolute success. Yeah. You get it. You get it done.
Nice. First two are made.
And the second one was
Sapphire.
Sapphire. Okay. Good. So that's 2 completed. Good job. Those are some good rolls considering. Yeah. So far. All right. So you guys see Orin come in and he looks tired and you can see his fingers are a bit burnt in places. Like you can see he's got like little bandages on his fingers. You definitely aren't used to working in a full hot forge like that for such intricate work. You definitely know how your way around smith tools, but that was a bit wow.
I'm probably sweating my face off.
Well, you figure you still have your mask on, so
Sweating that mask off.
I wouldn't have had it on while I was working, but I would put it on after.
yeah, right. So I figure you've got your mask on, so you're probably still sweating, but it's, you guys just see drips coming from under his mask. It's gross.
Did you have a good whatever you were doing? Good evening? We weren't sure if we should order food for you. I'm sorry, we didn't know, and we were getting ready to go get rooms.
Oh, that's okay. I can get something.
Just have you met Ernie? This is Ernie.
I recommend the ale.
Ernie, huh?
Is a very snooty, flatulent pig is raised before you.
It's Ernie.
How? How do you have a pig all of a sudden?
Grim found the hidden boar.
There's a
You
pit, and you can catch pigs, and it's a game, I guess. But I don't know. Grim just kind of picked one up, and it was over real fast. And now he has a pig.
He took a few tries. They're very slippery.
Sounds entertaining, at least.
So, I'll go talk to the. We need at least 2 rooms, but we'll go talk to the bar person and figure out how many can sleep and how many we need. I heard it's like 1 golden night per person. How long do we think? Should we just get like a week's worth and then just?
Oh, we actually have extended stay discounts.
Oh.
So you guys are right next to the bar, so the guy behind the bar, he says, "I'm Hicks, by the way. I'm the owner of this establishment."
Hi, I'm
Well,
Seti.
Maria.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Yo, how'd you hear about us?
A friend.
Or did you just look for the biggest building on the street?
Well, we were easy to find, but our friend Cal said we could find a good lodging here. So,
I don't
Here
know
we
if you
are.
want to use his name.
Galindo.
Galindo Esperanza.
Yeah, he's a son of a bitch. Yeah.
He seems to have that reputation a lot of places.
Oh well, you know it's Twilight Town. Can't get around with anybody who doesn't, serve under the House Slayer. So.
Right.
Don't know what each of these houses are. It's very confusing.
Lunera? Yeah, Lunaris.
Is that what the lady is part of?
What lady?
What's her name?
Lady Hyacinth.
That one, the flower lady.
Oh yeah, Lady Hyacinth. She's well known. She's big up there in the House of Daenerys. She's big time in the district. I think she's a princess or something.
No way.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot about Fae hierarchy, but
it's a mystery. So how many
it's
people?
The mystery of Selindor.
How many people can do each of your rooms?
Well, we charge by the person, so you charge 1 gold per person per night. If you guys, I know she did some sports, so we've already taken. We'll have 1 gold on your tab for animals outside. So the way that we usually do it is we have twin rooms. If you guys want to stay in twin rooms, single bedrooms, but those are good for people who like to share. Single bed, but with the furnishings for 2. You know what I mean? So it's got if you want to get down in the mud, as it were.
That's what the pit was for.
Oh no, that's a different kind of down in the mud. That's a different kind of wrestling. Anyways, so it's 1 gold per person per night. So you just sort of decide how you want to partition it out. We can also do a quad room, so we put 4 beds in there. You know what I'm saying? So we can provide whatever you want, but we charge for the person.
Should probably do 2 rooms, 4 beds.
We almost never run out of rooms. It's just that kind of place. There's so many inns around here. We just never run out of rooms.
Just in case the same thing that happens in the fog happens again.
Yeah, I think we should maybe not split up a whole heck of a lot. As much as a single bedroom sounds amazing, but...
So, girls' room and boys' room.
You will take my zombie then? Into your girl's room?
No, that's not a girl.
Well, I mean, so perhaps as long as you're holding... And I turn away from the bar and try to, confer quietly for this.
OJ had an NBC right now to just be like, how about a grim room and in everybody else's room?
That works too.
The smelly room and the not smelly room.
And he hangs this zombie on a coat rack.
Do you have dry cleaning?
You clean these doors.
Just in case anything were to happen, I think we put Grim next door.
Yeah, we don't...
And the rest of us in 1 room.
I think so.
It's alright. I have Ernie, and I have... I forget, what is her name?
Zombie.
Her name is
number 1.
Murdermon, but she's just a zombie, so...
Corpse lady. I don't know her name. I should give her a name.
Point being, I'm not sure I could sleep with that, and kind of gestures in the same room. Outside
just goes slack and just goes...
Right. And look, as long as we have the book with us, with you, I think we all need to stay as close as possible. So, I'm with Midnir on this one.
Okay, well, y'all keep the book in your room. I don't want to... Grim wants to sleep.
Yeah, all right.
You'll fight both by yourself.
1 quad room and then another single?
Okay.
Double?
Did you want a place for your undead friend? And it's kind of surprising because you notice she's been noticing this thing and she hasn't reacted to it at all. So she's just like, do you want a room for your undead friend as well? A bed for your undead friend?
No, that's fine. No, she'll just sit there. What's she gonna do?
Okay. And your pig, do you want it, I forgot to ask earlier, did you want it butchered? Do you want it Do you want it put in the stables with your other creature, your god dragon?
He is little. He can stay with Grim.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. We are perfectly okay with you staying with pets in your room.
He's just little pig.
All right, and then this extended stay discount. How long and how much?
Well, if you're staying for a week, then we take a gold off for the whole week. So anything beyond that, and it continues to increase in the value. It depends
So
how long you're wanting to stay.
So every 7 days you get 1 day off.
Well, that's the beginning rate. If you go to a full month, then we go ahead and give you an entire week off.
Oh.
I think we should probably just do a week in case we're not here that long.
Yeah,
But then think of this
we'll
time.
play it by ear. You know, let's go ahead. Okay,
Sure.
so
Perfectly fine.
6 gold per person.
So you just pay
Alright.
up front, and we'll make sure your rooms are cleaned up. If you don't want them cleaned up while you're out each day, then just go ahead and put a do not disturb sign on the outside. Or don't set any traps, because we had a few individuals that did that for us, and it wasn't very fun, and they weren't allowed back.
Right. Of course.
Well, Grim will pay 12 golds for him and his corpse lady.
Oh, you don't have to pay for her. It's fine. I realize now that she's not cognitive.
Do I have to pay for Ernie?
Oh, no, you want Ernie.
Okay. Then I pay my 6.
I'll take
Okay.
some gold off my.
Well, you guys are just a whole lot of fun. So where do you guys come from? She's just like this, so she's like,
Oh, well, we were...
did you get any food or anything like that, Arn?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind something. I'll have whatever Mitnir had. He
Yeah,
said it-
Mitnir's like been talking his ear off about how good the food is.
All right, so you get an entire boar's leg. It's massive.
and the cup of ale, same thing he had.
Yeah, the pig belly froth.
How much?
The
is
bacon
it?
brew.
You know, they never actually mentioned charging you guys up front for it.
Yeah, how much for dinner?
Oh, she says, oh, for dinner? Oh, yeah, that's well. We can just add that to your room tab if you want. But if you don't want to be surprised by the bill, the total cost of your entire thing was about 1 gold, 5 silver. That's for all of you together.
Mitnir just pays it.
And she's like, well, I was just going to put it on your tab if you wanted. We love doing bar tabs here. Mostly because people get really out of hand with the amount that they drink. And Dad says that it's easier to make them spend a whole lot of money if they don't know they're spending it.
Well, plus we're going to keep eating here, so we may
He's
as well
right.
Sure.
just wait.
Might as well have a dab. And then we can...
When
Yeah.
you've got tonight,
Otherwise,
Sean, I get what you're saying. I got you, buddy. We'll go ahead and clear your tab, and we'll take Mr.
Mitnir?
Mitnir's money. Awesome. Okay.
He's just kind of foreign to the whole like organized bar.
It's like, cool. She's like, cool. So, and you know, after a bit, like another waitress comes in, and she's just like this really mopey looking dwarf, and she's just like, big leg.
And take my mask off. Well, like I'll put it up.
Her eyes kind of sparkle. She's looking at you.
Which
You guys
string
have
or
to tell
the?
me about yourselves. This is so cool. You guys are like a really eclectic group.
Right, well, we met on the road to Mithril Hall, and then we all got attacked, and a bunch of people died, and we survived, but we had to pass through the swamp, and this was the
Yeah.
nearest city, I guess. So here we are.
Well, that's cool. Did you run anything scary in the swamp?
Oh yeah, there was
Giant
a big
fish.
there was Buddy, a big like lizard with a giant head and big teeth and little tiny
Oh.
arms.
Wow, that's really cool. I want to see one of those. I think I've heard about them. I think they call them the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay.
Duly
Big
noted.
short arm lizard.
Yeah. Well, there's different ones, but I think the one with the really big head and the really small arms is called Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, there
They-
He
were
could fit all of us on him.
There were
They
smaller
studied all of the
ones.
different creatures of the Lurkwood over at the academy, and they gave them all names. I don't know where their names come from. I think it's out of convenience for some people so they can recognize it. I don't get it.
Do they study
Sure.
any scary goat demon monsters at the academy?
They could. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't go to
There
the
was one of-
academy. I
That's
just
It's one of those two.
That
I
sounds
mostly
like
just stay
a-
here with my dad and get drunk and serve people. well,
So if you see one of those come in, do not serve him.
that seems
Yes.
really racist.
The T-Rex
No,
though
he's-
was really nice. So if you see
He's
a
a bad
T-Rex,
customer.
We don't
No, you'll
discriminate.
know. No, you'll know. He'll walk in, and then his skin will look funny, and then he will go. You'll know. It's bad news.
I think Grim, maybe we should not talk about if they go to monster too much.
I don't want them to get killed and not know what's going to come.
I'll look out for scary goats. Okay. Thanks.
Okay,
though.
you keep an eye out, or else he might eat your soul.
Griselda. Yeah. Are their rooms ready? Yeah. Okay. Well, your rooms are ready whenever you want.
Yes, let's
we've
go
got,
see.
We've got a single room and the quad room.
right,
So-
right next to each other.
Griselda. Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, whenever you guys are ready, I can take you up, or Griselda can, if I'm busy.
I'm ready.
But here's your keys. Dink.
Orin's just like, yeah, I will be a minute. Eating his boar leg.
Oh, we can wait. We can sit there and keep Arvandor in company.
Mitnir, you were right. This is delicious.
Oh, it's the
Did you make a
best.
Constitution saving throw for heartburn?
Mm.
The garlic aioli was
Oh.
amazing. I'm a fan.
21.
21? You feel so good. This is the best you've ever felt in your entire life. I don't think you've ever had anything so just like salty and decadent. Oh my god.
Think they
Falls off
serve-
the bone.
Do you think
Oh,
they
yeah.
serve the ale with breakfast?
Grim will just cover Ernie's eyes.
I feel like ale is around all
Don't
day
look at this.
if you want it.
He lets out a little tiny dookie.
Who does?
The pig.
Ernie.
Oh.
Oren,
Lets out a little tiny dookie.
Oren, we trained you not to do that.
I didn't
We
want
told
You
told
shit
you
your
to do
pants.
that outside. Bad
Alright.
ASMR, bad.
No, Ernie lets out a
for
little dookie.
hours.
All right. Well, you guys are in your first tavern ever as a party. I think we should acknowledge that after 23 episodes, you're finally in a bar, which has never happened in any D&D campaign ever.
Are
Isn't that where they normally start?
Yeah, that's where they usually start. Exactly. So you're more than welcome to do whatever you want in the tavern. I recommend you guys RP with each other for just a second because I'll be right back.
Well, I'm still eating, so.
We're all
Oh,
just
so-
dead silent.
Well, he's. Alright. Oh, what took you so long to get here?
Also, would Brapsy know what you're doing based on your tooth past? I
No.
don't. Oh,
No, she
wow.
wouldn't.
Okay. Big secrets.
Yeah. Perhaps he doesn't know I can blacksmith.
That is a cool talent to have considering your background. So like, you guys just didn't say anything the entire time I was gone.
What?
No,
They were
I
talking
asked
a
a
little
We
bit.
started to, you just weren't gone very long.
hmm
Oh, Grim will ask the waitress if he will ask, "Do you have what is happening?"
It's bar ASMR.
Oh, there's liquid pouring. I'm so
Pouring in
confused.
I'm not ready for that right in my ears.
Yeah.
Is this a preview ad for a movie? What's happening?
What was I going to say?
Oh, payback, Nikita, and it's a
Oh,
bitch.
do you have
Alright,
maybe?
you want to go there? We can go there.
Do you maybe have an old potato sack?
Does it have to be old? Or do you
Just a,
specifically want an old potato sack? Or do you
I know,
want a new
just some kind of sack. You like?
You want
I'm
a
sure
sack
you'll get.
that's made out of burlap? Or do you want
Like a
sack
burlap.
that has recently held potatoes?
No, like a
Or
burlap.
At some point in its existence, held potatoes.
I
How
just-
important is the potato aspect?
The potato aspect not important. I need just a burlap sack. Do you have one? Old one you don't need.
Yeah,
I will
sure.
buy from you.
I don't need to buy it. It's just a burlap sack. You
I
guys
just
are
want-
long-term
I just-
customers. So I'm sure by the time that we're done with you guys in our home, you'll probably have spent quite a lot of money on.
Yeah, I just want to be able to pick up after
Am I
Ernie.
right? Says Orin.
Whenever Ernie goes dookie, I'll pick it up and put it in the sack so I can take it outside later. You know.
Oh, that's so. She's like, you're such a good person. Huh. And
But
then
it
she
would be
walks
a
away.
waste.
There's this awkward moment where everybody's just like,
Had to pick up the poop.
You have to feed the flowers. That's what it's good for, right? You know, you just make good mulch.
okay, so you guys,
Mitnir, you asked me something. Sorry.
Yeah, what took you so long to get here? Like everyone else got done with. I was done really quick, but then everyone else was done. Like 2 hours later, and you came in like 6 hours later.
Oh, just working on a little project.
Yeah, where did you learn to do that? Never seen you do anything.
Learned at the temple. I used to fix things here and there. Just sort of. There was a book that taught everything about it, so I had a lot of free time.
You just never mentioned it to me, I guess. Curious.
I don't know. It's just like a hobby, I guess. Something I do when I'm bored. Or...
Okay.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing whatever it is.
Hopefully, you guys will like them.
Orin talks blacksmithing for bozos behind himself. Just
Okay.
You didn't see that book. Let me just hide that.
okay. So, unless there's anything anybody else wants to do, we can just.
Actually, well, we need to go to the room first. Sorry. Let's go upstairs if we're all ready.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm all done my boar leg.
Come on, zombie. Come on, Ernie.
Okay, well, Strig is busy, so Griselda's going to show you up. This very unhappy dwarf. She's like, come on.
Oh, it's not that bad. There's only so many stairs.
Every
Oh,
single
you.
step. Little
She is
Right.
very much. Ernie, is this your mom?
We need a wand of smiles.
She
to
sounds
hit
just
the
like you.
Looking at her, you think she might actually have been hired because of her close resemblance to a boar.
Which is why she's not very happy.
As she gets you guys up, you go up about what you would assume is about 4 stories worth of steps.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and
Keep the workout in.
If we jump out of a window, it's going to hurt.
I've got
I told you this was a
telephone.
really big building. It does kind of weirdly stacked rooms. And she says, "So I'm gonna get them." Or she? No, the wrong person. I'm gonna get them right next, but this is the 4 room, and that is the 1 room.
They're like across from each other?
Yeah.
Alright, good enough.
Good enough.
It's across and like 1 room over. So like they're like catawampa to each other.
Oh, is Cleary going to be? We forgot.
There's only
about
like
him.
5 rooms in that floor.
He
Well,
went to the academy.
actually,
He's will stay. We should call him
Grim, that's
Multi-
exactly what I...
Multipath.
Let's step into the room and do it in private, though. I have some questions
Oh.
for Cleary.
Okay, never
Yeah,
mind the multipath.
I see what you guys are doing. You're trying not to talk in front of Griselda. That's fine. This room is the quadruple room, and that room is the single room. Bye.
Thank
Have
you.
a good evening.
All right, we might have to pay you for another person. Just we'll let you know.
No, Cleary is going to stay at the academy. He made that pretty clear. But I do have some questions for him. If you don't mind giving him a call before we all go to bed.
As the dwarf lady goes to leave, I tap her on the back and say thank you, and I do a healing hands. And I heal her for 5. Because she seems a little off.
You can't heal ugly. You can't do it, Orin. Try as you may.
Were you gonna give me money or something, or? No. Okay. Well, thanks for touching me inappropriately. And she just walks out.
That is unwanted physical contact.
It's just a little tap on the shoulder, like, hey, thanks.
Yeah, she was not injured, so it doesn't have any effect. So that's fine. Yeah, it's whatever.
Maybe she felt all tingly from it. Who knows?
She's
Oh,
like,
that's maybe why she said it was inappropriate.
stir feelings out of her because she feels tingly. She was a natural one. She looks even
all
just
the
like
feelings.
unwanted contact, and she blushes and walks out. Okay, that's canon. Let's move on.
Got the desired effect. Okay, into a room.
I'm going to follow Grim into his.
Whoa.
I want to talk to Cleary, just really quick.
You guys could also talk in the much bigger room across the hall.
We could talk in the other room.
Or you don't want to dirty your room.
I don't really want the pig shitting in my room, okay? I'm sorry.
I put Ernie, you'll stay in here with the zombie.
Okay.
Zombie, don't eat Ernie. And then close the door.
All right.
You close the door, and then we cut to Ernie and the zombie, and Ernie goes, and the zombie goes, and then Ernie goes.
That's my
Just
boy.
like double take between the two of them. Then the sorry. Back to
Okay, we'll do the other room. We'll give Cleary a call.
So we step into the room with the quad beds. Is it like bunk beds? What's the deal? You're muted.
There are 4 beds, 2 on each side of the room, and then there is a window looking out on the street fair in the front.
Huh. Not a bad view. We'll see anybody coming if we're looking. Right. So, if you don't mind giving Cleary a call, it might be late. He
Oh,
might be
right,
asleep. But
right. You know, if you had bought the fun multipass, you could have done this yourself.
I didn't want to spend that much money, and I figured we
Mul-
didn't all need one.
Okay, multipass, call Cleary.
Hello, it's very late. Hello.
So sorry.
Cleary,
You look at Cleary, and he's got like a nightcap on. Like he looks like a total fucking dork.
the
Wait, this is
bard wanted to
FaceTime?
talk to you.
Yeah, it's FaceTime. Yeah.
Oh no.
Hi, Cleary. I'm so sorry to wake you up. I mean, I knew it was late. I didn't realize how late. I just didn't. I just want.
Seti, hi.
Hi. We told you we're staying at the Hidden Bar Tavern. If you need to come visit or get a hold of us or anything, and this isn't working.
well.
But you had mentioned earlier, and then Grim hung up, and I wanted to tell you before I forgot. But in your studies there, and your connecting and networking and whatever you're doing, if you could try to find out something about the goat monster and the weird book, but
Well, I won't lie. That is definitely my first thing to look into, but I want to do it as discreetly as possible.
exactly.
Um,
Oh, thank God, we're both on the same page. Good. Yes.
Well, of course we are. No, see, I checked in and gave maybe not completely detailed description to the supervisor here for the University of Phoenix as to everything that happened. I wasn't able to. Whether I left out the goat creature and the book, of course, and so I believe that is a bit taboo even to talk about it. From what I've seen, I tried to drop subtle hints with a couple of the colleagues here, which granted, I've met none of them before, but they. It's going to take me a while to find out any true information. First of all, I need to get used to the way things are run here, and mainly, I wasn't RA, but I was just a student really at the university, and
Right.
I was not very high up in the hierarchy. Again,
Sure.
I worked with administration, and they gave me access to the Phoenix tokens, which, by the way, I've noticed you haven't deposited yet.
It's late. We'll get the bank in the morning.
Okay, well, I informed them at the university that they were there, and of course, like I said before, they agreed upon it. Also, those statues.
Right.
They are very, very interested in seeing these statues. They considered the agreement mostly on the as a preamble to a sort of sit down in discussion of these artifacts. They wish to at least study them. That is part of the payment. They say within a week's time, at least. They know that you need to get settled, but they would need to at least study them. Otherwise, they will probably refuse to do business with you again.
Sure,
So
right.
consider the amount of money that they approved for the rescuing of my life as really an investment in at least observing these artifacts, but they'll probably wish to pay for them. So if they're not something that you want taken away from you, I would consider discussing that amongst yourselves now, because they can be very persuasive here. And I realized in the time that I spent with you all, and I took a bit of time to identify them myself, they are actually quite powerful artifacts.
Right. We'll have to have a talk about that. You're absolutely right. Thank you for the heads up. I completely slipped my mind among everything else going on. So we will talk about that and get back to you, and come visit at the academy and fulfill our part of the bargain.
I'd love that. You can definitely get in with, if you give them, say that you're here to do business with the University of Phoenix, and tell them that Cleary, what is your last name, Cleary?
Who knows?
Cleary
Blue Man. See, we're on the same.
No, he has a last name.
Is it
Cleary
Clearwater?
Asendorf.
Clearwater?
Tell them Cleary Asendorf is here to escort you, and they should contact me, and I'll be able to bring you in. The thing is, they don't let just anybody here unless you're affiliated with a ready university.
Right. Yeah.
There's exams and all kinds of things just to get in.
I just assume that's where they would want to see the statues.
No, yes, they will, but
Yeah.
fortunately you won't be able to visit me, and I might be able to visit you, but I'm not going to leave here until I've done the research I can, just in case.
Of course. And we have this to stay in touch, and you can call us anytime, and we'll keep you updated. Keep us posted
Yes.
on anything you do learn. I appreciate.
Do you have a number that I could call?
We just
Or do I talk to? No, it's fine.
we just have dreams.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Right. Well, have a good night. I'm so sorry for waking you up. Thank you again for all your help, and we'll see you around.
We will see you around. Yep.
Good
You
night.
too.
Does anybody else want to talk to? Okay, never mind. He hung up already. Here you
Good
go,
night.
Grim. Sorry about that. So he's already looking into it. We're good there. I don't think he might not find anything.
His name is clearly it's not better. McConnell.
All right. Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm ready for bed. Oh my god, I got to try out this mattress.
To help you guys out, these beds are actually really nice. The whole room is pretty
my
nice. They are in fact covered in like faux boar fur. Like it's not real boar fur beds, but they are covered in some sort of soft boar looking fur.
I was trying to figure out what Forborfer was. What is Forborfer?
Faux.
No, I know. I registered a couple seconds later.
Yeah. Anyways, and so the side tables each have little oil lamps that are based with antlers, that have been twisted around. And the whole room it's gaudy in the sense of it's caught up in this theme of like the hunt. Whereas when you met the bartender, you could tell that he is very into keeping up this theme. Doesn't look like he's hunted a day in his life.
We should take him out on a real hunt someday.
Thought you were saying we should just take him out. That was like, well,
We should take him out.
we don't have anywhere to stay if we take him out.
Our bar now.
I know he kind of looks like
Buddy.
the goat monster, but you can't kill him.
We'll just introduce him to Buddy.
Okay, so you guys, unless there's anything else you want to do, you are more than welcome to.
I claim the bed that is on the back left wall near the window.
Pretty particular. All right. Well, Grim's going to his room. So
I'll
make
take
sure
the
I have to
Good
make sure the zombie does
back
not eat.
right corner. I'll take that.
Back right corner by the window?
Yep.
Okay.
Window buddies.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of looks back and forth. It's like,
So the bird and the bird's predecessor by a million years look at each other. It's like, do you guys just like stare at each other and just walk in opposite directions to your respective beds without talking?
do you prefer one or the other?
Perhaps he shrugs, amused by the children.
I guess I'll take that one. Just points to the one, whichever one's closer. Is like, that one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean they're virtually identical.
Right.
Okay, so you guys find your beds and you get into the first comfortable sleeping situation you've had since the start of your journey.
It's like it's been quiet for like a solid 20 minutes, and then Teddy's like, "Should somebody keep watch?"
I think we're good here.
Does the door open in or out?
The door opens in.
Maybe will be like, and just like pull a pillow and just like the blanket and just like lean against the door. Like he's sitting on the floor, just like asleep with the pillow. Like, got it.
Nobody could open the door. Anyways, meanwhile, Grim, you walk into your room and you
Can
see
just move the bed.
completely sprawled out on the floor, getting slapped in the face is your zombie. And the pig's going,
Ernie, you don't do that. She's friend.
so he's just like, it was just the most, you walk into the most just like insane scene you've ever seen in your entire life. The room is covered in poop.
Bad Ernie, bad.
And this zombie has been slapped so many times that there is a hoof-shaped print on its face.
This is Ernie, get in the bed.
It's in the bed.
Go around and I'll pick up his poop and toss it in the potato sack.
The zombie just laying on the ground and it's like,
You just rest, zombie. It's okay. You're okay.
am I zombie? I don't sleep. I just got the shit sucked out of me by pork.
Just lay there in existential dread. You're fine.
It's like mouth just opens a little bit wider and its eyes just open a little bit wider. And just goes,
And then I don't know. Ernie's in the bed. I tried to get in the bed with Ernie if he lets me.
I'll make a persuasion check.
Ernie, you want to sleep with Daddy, Ernie? 15.
It will let you sleep in the bed with it.
Okay, we will snuggle. We have to bond. This is our first night together.
It's skinship. Make an animal handling check for your skinship with your pig, Ernie.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you've definitely gained some points. Like at first he's like, and eventually he's just like,
Daddy will find you some good slop to eat. We'll get you nice and big.
he snores. Definitely find some comfort, and you have bonded with your snooty poopy pig.
Snooty poopy pig. There we go.
Okay. Well,
I have a question.
what up?
Did my Drake sleep with me?
No, he's in the stables.
I don't like this. Okay. That's it.
Okay. So, as you all take rest for the night, you look outside, and again, it's dark. And the darkness takes you. What?
He's reading chat.
Snooty poopy baby is the name of my Nickelback cover band.
That's really good, actually.
Oh.
Anyways, so God damn it. As the darkness outside mixes with the darkness behind the lids of your eyes. You find rest. Real, true rest. For the first time in weeks. And the next thing you know, a dreamless sleep takes you, and when you open your eyes, it's still dark outside. Welcome to Twilight Town.
Twilight Town. Yep.
And we'll go ahead and take our break there. As you guys wake up in your second day in Twilight Town, and you can do whatever you want. You could do things like that take time, and it won't matter.
Like, use a spell slot to keep my zombie alive.
You can. I assume that you do that at the same time. What time would you like to do that every day?
I mean, I guess around like, what do we wake up at?
Well,
4 a.m.
you can do it whatever time you like, but it's important that you are awake during that time to do it. Otherwise, she will decompose more and more.
I mean,
So-
Grim will probably be at like 7 o'clock,
7 in the morning?
I think so. Yeah.
So you could totally re-up the spell early and try to set the time to like the afternoon if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I could, but, it's always going to be, we're usually going to rest and wake up early. So.
Okay, so 7 a.m.?
Yes. Let me make sure she doesn't just like attack me if it runs out.
No, she absolutely just stops being animated. I don't even think she has a personality. She just...
Yep.
She's just an animated
Zombie.
corpse. You're controlling the corpse with magic.
Okay.
So, as you guys wake up, though, and before we move on, you know what? Never mind. I'll say this. I'll retcon that in case I have some inspiration. Decide I want you to dream. Maybe I want you to dream tonight. No, you don't dream. It's fine. As you wake up, we'll go ahead and take our break.
Really, Dream? Who knows?
Back in 5, chat. Thanks for hanging out.
So, the team, you wake up, and you expect to feel the sun greet you after a long, restful night. You've got some slight sciatica pain.
My sciatica!
From sleeping on your tailbone, on your tail. Do you have a tail?
I don't have a tail.
Oh, okay. On your tailbone.
I mean, it's still more comfortable than the ground.
I mean, you got a nice soft blanket and pillow under your butt. Oh yeah, not bad, not bad.
Sure you don't have a tail?
Dragonborn don't have tail.
Some of them do. Some breeds of dragonborns do.
There's one particular one that does.
But as the morning greets you, you're sad to see that it is still starry night outside. But you can hear the bustling of people moving throughout the streets. And you are greeted with a new quote-unquote day. So?
Oh, I wonder what they serve for breakfast.
I don't know. Let's go eat.
Anything as good as the dinner.
Yeah. So you can wake up, Grim's just in your room. It's just like...
It's got a pig under his arm and a zombie
I am
behind him.
so confused. I have not moved from this door.
Get in here.
I think he just forgot he was in a different room. He was just like...
I forgot that I was in a different room.
But it would just be so funny if Grim was just waiting it like...
I mean, technically I could, but it would take spell slots.
He's just talking to the zombie. It's like, oh, right, it's just you.
All right,
Can I
zombie
just climb
and
through the
Ernie,
window?
let's go get breakfast. We'll get up and we'll go knock on their door.
Okay, so you hear that from outside the door. It's like, oh yeah, me too. And Mitnir, that wakes you up with a start. You're like, door.
Door. Grim. Like, kind of gets up, tosses my stuff back on the bed.
Yeah.
Can sometimes happen.
Propsy is just like a fluff of feathers on her bed, probably just like
Oh, I nested.
just like nested up.
The blanket's just kind of like wrapped
Good
around.
donut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will open the door for Grim also.
Wait, so how do you guys sleep? This is a big question, okay? Because you're sleeping in the wilderness, you keep your armor on as much of your armor as you can, you keep on, and you just like sort of get into your sack and sleep. How do you sleep like this? Do you guys carry like your own like sleep clothing, or do you like just take off your armor and just wear your regular clothes? Do you sleep in the nude? Do you sleep like how do you
I
sleep?
mean, you would have undergarments.
Yeah,
What
That would
Seti,
be nude.
Seti takes off her nice dress and hangs it up, like by the bed, and like gets some of the stuff out of her bag and kind of like sets things out and make sure nothing gets wrinkled or anything. And she sleeps in her undergarments, and then in the morning will put on like some comfortable, like her clothes from under her armor, like traveling clothes, pants and a billowy kind of shirt, but not the armor.
Okay.
I don't. Orin doesn't wear armor, so he's just sleeping in like a pair of like pants. That's it.
Okay.
Like his monk pants.
Yeah, he's bearing it. So you guys get to see like as he gets up, like this sort of like perfectly sculpted upper body. Like just like, oh, I just woke up, and it's like an Abercrombie and Finch catalog. It's like,
Covered in glowing celestial runes.
Yeah, right, exactly. Mitnir just slept by the door, so.
Yeah, Minier's the exact same as if he was outside because he was on guard.
And then Bropsy nests. Does Bropsy still wear her stuff when she nests, or does she use her glamour armor to try to make it like something more comfortable, or no?
You know, I didn't think about that, but if I can do that, yeah.
Well, visually you can. The weight stays the same.
Oh.
Like you're still wearing armor, but you can make it look like whatever you want.
Leather's not too heavy though.
Depends on how comfy it is to sleep in.
Well, let's go ahead and roll for that. I know that's a stupid thing to roll for, but yeah, go ahead and roll me a D100, and I'll tell you how comfortable it is. This is permanently how comfortable this armor is.
Oh God.
For sleeping or for wearing?
For sleeping. For wearing, it's fine, but for sleeping.
I mean, it is magical, so it forms to the wearer.
It does form, but
Remind me how to do this. I've been watching so much map tools, I forget how to roll 20.
/ roll space D100. 37. It's not the best for sleeping.
Okay, I won't.
It's a bit cumbersome still when it comes to sleeping. It's like when you go to sleep wearing like a sweater, where it's like
I do that.
It's fine when you go to sleep, but sometimes it can just get a little bunched here or there, you know. And it just kind of like, but it's like you can sleep if you want to, but it's not the best.
I'll just undergarment then, that's fine.
Okay, now the second most important question is how do you sleep? Do you sleep like this? Do you sleep like this? Do you sleep with do you sleep in the fetal position? Do you sleep with your legs above your head?
What?
Above your head. There's the only way to sleep.
I'm just kidding. I was just like, it's like you just learn a lot about a person based on how they sleep when they're comfortable. Okay. Like me, I sleep like an idiot, completely sprawled out, and Sam sleeps in a way that makes sure that I can't sleep next to her. If I'm not there, she sleeps as small as possible. If I'm there, she covers the whole fucking bed.
It's true.
Anyways.
Seti sleeps on her back, almost like she's, like dead, right? Laid out to rest in peace, just on her back with her hands crossed on her chest.
So in a bed, Orin will sleep kind of sprawled out.
Yeah.
On his
feel
back,
like he's a
just like
dude.
totally sprawled out on his back.
Oh no! Just what's a better Abercrombie and Finch photo when he's sleeping. Just
permanent flex going on.
It's that key flowing through the muscles.
Yeah.
Muscles.
I'm sure that Grim just sleeps like Grim.
He just sleeps like a rock.
Grim
Just becomes
sleeps
part of the scenery.
Mitnir's mostly however he lands, like it's like as long as it's comfortable, it's just out.
Yeah, nice.
So if that's face down, back, Side, it doesn't matter.
It's so beautiful. I just love learning these small little tidbits about your characters, you know? It's the small tidbits that make it great. Obviously, we know that Bropsy nests.
Well, Bropsy nests so that, she like burritos herself and she's kind of like fetal position, like at an angle a bit, like more upright.
So what we do when we're not streaming, just permanently.
Well, I burrito every night.
Burrito all
I
the
just
time.
usually have cats on top of me.
All right. Well, as the day reaches you, and you guys
Wait. I have one more important thing.
Yeah. Okay.
For earlier.
As you guys get yourselves dressed, collect your things. Are you leaving your armor in the room? Because you said you weren't putting it back on. Because you can definitely store stuff there if you want. You have the only key.
Grim sleeps in his armor, so
I'm definitely putting mine back on when I wake up.
I mean, I don't really want to go around town and try to make friends in like this standoffish, like armor-wearing kind of, you know.
Okay. Well,
But
somebody's got a pack that can hold quite a lot of things. So you could.
that
also
said, we
use
could
it.
get ambushed by a goat monster at any time. How safe do
Anytime.
we feel here? Are we? Where should I put my armor on and have my sword and stuff?
I mean,
I
it
don't
looks
think
like
it's that out of the ordinary.
It's a
Wait.
big city. You don't want to
Am
get
I
mugged.
overdressed or underdressed? What?
You're always underdressed.
I feel like everybody should note, by the way, that Grim is talking to you guys, but he's still outside the door.
No, I opened
No,
the door.
he let
I
me in.
opened it.
I thought he let me in.
Yeah, I opened the door.
Just like, oh yeah, you guys know.
Listening at the door. No, I think you're wrong. All
No,
right.
I'll put my tunic back on and my robe
Okay.
and my mask.
Yeah, so you're just getting back into you.
I don't wear armor, so it's just clothes.
Cool.
I guess better safe than sorry, but
We
wanted
don't
to
really
be
know what to expect. in this
comfortable
place,
for
so,
once.
I say wear the armor.
You feel like little bits of oxygen potential just leave as she tightens up her armor around her body. My lungs open 5% less.
You should try fighting without armor. I find that it really helps for mobility.
You know, that last fight, I don't think the armor made that much of a difference. Still went straight through my gut.
I mean, just if you just don't get hit, right? Then who needs armor?
Well, you know, I bought some things that should help with that. This ring is going to help me not get hit so much.
You have
Being
a
able
ring?
to
What's a...
fly helps with the not getting hit part.
How will the
Now,
ring
you're
help
not
you? You
even
just
in
stick
the
your hand?
fight then.
What do you mean? I shoot stuff.
He just kind of like stares at you like.
Hey, that arena battle, I did a lot of the work on that one.
You did. I was
Being
there.
able to fly sounds fucking awesome. I mean,
think
I got to work on that. There's surely
Almost all of you guys went unconscious on that one.
Oh, maybe
no
it's
idea.
going to be
Grim.
down to fighting next to me instead of flying in the air. Ooh.
Then I'd have been unconscious next to you.
That's team building.
I want to say that this conversation is happening as you guys are walking downstairs for breakfast.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Morning.
No, we
So-
just sit there
so you hit
arguing.
the bottom floor, and you're just like, and I'd be knocked unconscious next to you. And they're like, morning. You hear Strig. Strig come up and, wow, that's early. I love it. She goes behind the bar and she pours you 2 potbelly frosts. And she big belly frost.
Potbelly frost. You drink enough of them, and that's what you'll
You
get.
become, you are what you drink. And she's like, so what would you guys like for breakfast? I've got 2 vegetarians. She points at Bropsy and Seti.
Thank
Can you get me some scraps for Ernie?
And she asks, oh, by the way, how do you feel about eggs?
I'm okay with eggs. Eggs
She's
are...
looking straight at Bropsy.
Oh.
Is it okay?
Bong.
Nikita's just got completely silent. Oh my god.
She just turned into a ding. Dong. You don't want to answer.
Are you there, Nikita?
I'm sorry. I walked away for a sec to give Zuri a kiss, and she was fucking blepping.
Oh, that's
And I
the
just
best.
stood there with
cat.
like tears rolling in my eyes because of how stupid and cute she looks, and I can't. And I'm gonna murder her. Sorry, what did I miss?
Oh, she asked the person who's making breakfast asked how you feel about eggs.
I don't eat them.
Fair enough, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring you a vegetarian without eggs.
Yeah, that'd be a bit weird.
Yeah, well, so yeah. Some
Good
people
bit
don't
of-
care. It's like it's unintelligent bird versus real bird.
Well, what if it was a lizard egg?
Yeah.
Chicken.
So it's important to ask. Maybe you love eggs. Anyways. So she says, and what would everybody else like for breakfast? We have the breakfast sausage, which done by the Hidden Boar is quite exciting. We also have the pork belly breakfast burrito, which will break your stomach. But knowing you guys, you seem hearty. I think you'll be fine. And then I think we just have like a standard breakfast, like bacon and eggs, if you guys just want that.
Grim does not eat anything. Grim has berries, but you can bring Ernie any scraps you have.
Sure. I can bring Ernie some of the feed that we bring the pigs normally.
No, it's fine. It just leftover, bits and pieces of breakfast. He needs protein. He needs to become a big, strong boy.
Do you want him to be fed other pigs?
Oh no, not other
Because that's
pigs.
most of what our scrap is. So I have feed for boars and pigs, but I don't know about scraps.
Okay, well, not pig scraps, but if you have like leftover potatoes or eggshells or just pig feed, whatever is
I'm
fine.
just gonna give him
Just
pig. I'm gonna give him pig feed. That's okay. Sorry, here we know how to take care of pigs. That's one.
Okay.
That's one thing we're good at.
okay. Make him a big, strong boy.
Sure. Oh, by the way, you'll be happy to know, I'm not sure whose it is, but your beautiful, beautiful guard drake Azorus. By the way, she is so sweet. I love talking to her.
You can talk to her?
Oh yes. I do know how to speak with different animals. Which is why I kind of don't like my dad's business. But it's okay. Because it is a fun place and circle of life and all that. Anyways, so yeah, she told me all about all the things that have happened to her recently, and she does like you guys. She wanted me to tell you that she does like you guys, despite the fact that you killed her mom.
Oh.
And
It's okay. I have her right here.
and her mate.
We did not bring that one back.
I tried to save it, but we were a bit too late.
You're muted, babe.
Oh yeah, there was a big misunderstanding, life or death situation.
No, I think she understands. Even though she's not, animals sometimes have a hard time completely understanding, but I think she understands more or less. By the way, you should be aware that she does identify as a she.
Okay.
Good. If you like talking to her and given it's a little bit of a rocky footing with us, right? I look to Brapsy for confirmation, maybe you could try to find out what she would like to do and where she would like to be and what would make her comfortable for,
I'll tell you what, she really likes pig meat. She loves it.
Well,
Wait, what was what?
pigs.
Pig
She
meat.
likes pigs.
She loves it. She hasn't had anything really much other than squirrels. Apparently, her mom had a very special jar that had lots and lots of squirrels in it. And so they've been eating squirrels for a long time. She said that she kind of missed the taste of squirrels, but then after trying pigs, she's like, wow, this is good.
All right. Well, I guess she's happy enough here then. The big place. But that's good. You are bonding. That's good to know. Thank you so much.
No,
we were all very
I
worried
just
about
told her
that.
that the pig was courtesy of you guys. She was very appreciative.
Oh, yeah, sure. That'll get us in good.
Well, I could tell there was some tension, again, murdering parents and all that. Anyways, Griselda! Yeah! We have 2 vegetarians and you guys
Breakfast
choose
burrito.
1 breakfast burrito,
Oh, I'll have the bacon and eggs and the sausage.
bacon, eggs, and sausage. Ooh, big eater. And no need for Mr. Grimm. And then we also need 1 bag of pig feed. And then one of the vegetarians is egg free. Okay.
Oh, and could I get a honeyed mead?
Yes, we have mead and we have a pig belly froth. Okay, fantastic. Anybody else want any beverages for the breakfast? Bloody Mary? Nope. Okay. And so she sends Griselda out to take care of that. And your conversation sort of goes on for a little bit, and then she comes back. Griselda does, and you, Bropsy, get a mushroom risotto. With a small artichoke salad.
No,
Wait.
is there any garlic
No,
aioli?
Seti, sorry, just the mushroom risotto.
Oh, okay.
Does risotto have egg in it?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh no, sorry. Then I did that right. Okay.
Okay.
I was making sure that I was right with
I
Bropsy.
love
Okay.
how detailed you're going into the food for absolutely no reason.
No, because these guys, they're good food.
Okay.
Whereas the other place you could have gone didn't have really good food, but it had really good titties.
Oh my god.
Would you have gone in depth describing them?
The
Yeah.
booby bar.
Absolutely, I would have.
Are all the mugs like boobs?
Seti, you get a mushroom and saffron omelet with goat cheese.
Nice.
And it is very tasty.
I feel
So
like there's garlic aioli on everything, by the way.
there was no garlic aioli on those.
No?
That's just their
That's
late
just at
night.
night. Only
Yeah,
at
it's
night
the
is the
evening bar
garlic
food.
aioli.
That's
You
the
don't
bar
want to go your whole day with garlic breath.
Yeah, otherwise you're just gonna be like, bah. Anyways, Mitnir, you got the breakfast burrito. This thing is fit for it's fit for a dragonborn.
I was gonna say, how large is this burrito? we're
About
talking
12
about?
inches.
Is it like the monster at Freebirds?
It's a monster at Freebirds.
It's a foot
And-
long.
And it's full with pork belly, and it's like well cooked, like braised pork belly. And then it also has like little bits of something. It might be like somewhere between rice and quinoa. It doesn't have quite that full flavor, but it's got like a bigger, sort of smaller rice grain to it.
Could be
And
like
it's sort of-
barley.
Well, it's sort of like it's like fantasy rice that isn't quite one or the other. Is what I'm saying. It's somewhere between quinoa and rice. And when you taste it, like you bite into this thing, it's kind of spicy, but it's also kind of incredible. And it's got some mushrooms and peppers and a couple of other different things in it. And it is filling. Now the you get your bacon and eggs, which aren't as bacon and eggs. All right, that is perfectly normal bacon and eggs. The sausages are about 12 inches long and 3 inches thick. They give you two full links on a plate.
It's like
That
those ones
sounds
that go like
familiar.
around the plate.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like a full summer sausage.
A German breakfast sausage.
And
Here is consuming his meal, just like
I mean, it is-
staring at Aaron's
when you
plate.
when you bite into it, it is. Have you ever, like when a bratwurst, when you cook it, it's so full of moisture, it just like squirts juice everywhere.
Yep.
When you bite into it, it has that effect, but the flavors are that of ham, bacon, and some third kind of pork that you can't imagine. But it's just the different flavors are all bursting into your mouth. There's so much juice in these things.
Yeah.
And there's also a little bit of this sort of rice quinoa that's sort of, it's almost like boudin, how it kind of to just fill the flavor and
Takes the first bite of that and he's like, oh my god, Mitnir, you gotta try the sausage.
He's just got the burrito, just like maybe tomorrow.
Yes, like I said, there is going to be a surcharge of 5 silver for the additional expanded breakfast, Mr. Orn. Just to let you know. But otherwise, these breakfasts are included with your 1 gold per night.
No problem. Put it on the tab.
Will do. All right, so you guys have incredible breakfasts. Because to me, what you eat every day is really important. Like, I don't know why, but I really care a lot about food in fantasy worlds because it can go so much further than
We don't get to have these elaborate food fantasies in real life, so we might as well do it in D&D.
If I'm gonna RP, and this is the first time I've gotten you guys into a fucking town. If I'm gonna RP, it's gonna be some food involved.
I'm not gonna lie, I eat more in D&D than I do in real life.
More in D&D.
Today I've had a bagel and cheese puffs.
Today I had a bowl of bulgogi and now a bowl of pretzels with bonus
But-
Skittles.
Dropsy has started her take the mushroom risotto,
Yes.
which is pretty nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd rather have pretzels. Sorry.
All right,
I'm
fine.
an addict.
I got it. Cool. We'll go ahead and put that in the new menu is pretzels, pretzel puffs in the morning. Okay. Anyway,
Bar snack food later. Pretzels.
yeah, they absolutely have pretzels at the bar if you want them, with beer cheese. Anyways, so you guys eat your breakfast. Is there anything you want to do? You're welcome to.
Well, once my breakfast is done, I'm just going to be like, well, I'll be at the smith all day if you need me.
All right, have fun. Good luck, whatever you're working on.
Would you like me to accompany you for extra guidance stuff, or do you want to keep it a secret?
Oh, I don't want to keep you there all day. I'm
I
sure
mean,
you have.
I wouldn't mind. I don't really know what else I do. More shopping is.
Well, first things first is we need to take the tokens and get them turned
Yes.
into real money. And anybody who wants their cut immediately so they can go shopping today should come with me to the bank.
Don't we need to go get the statues to the?
We don't necessarily have to do that today. We can sit on it and think about what we want to do because we need to go over what those statues. You know, they're quite powerful, right? We need to go
We
over.
said we had a week, right? Bring
Yeah,
everything.
like we don't have to do that today. We just got here. Let's get settled. Let's get our stuff done, and we can mull it over a bit. Yeah.
I'm just gonna cast my vote and say we should hold on to them.
Well, we can let them look at them, but wait.
Well, yeah,
Well, we
no,
have
no,
to let them
if-
look at them. That's part of the
if
payment.
if they try to buy them,
You don't. I mean, what if it's like a lot of money?
Depends how much money.
Here's my quick question: does everybody in the group actually know what the statues do?
We did identify
But
them.
I think we would have talked about it before.
Well, my question is, I don't know if you guys all. I'm asking the players. Do you all know what the statues do?
I do not remember off the top of my head. I know one of them was like if we had like a home base, it would be nice.
Yeah,
But I don't
That
remember
would be the
any of
Mephit
them.
statue.
Yeah, I don't remember any of the details. So I will definitely need a reminder, in or out of character. what
Okay,
the
so
statues
I'll
do.
go ahead and tell you. The Mephit statue is used for basically base defense. You can use it by basically paying money or objects and adding things into it. You're able to generate Mephits of different materials that will basically defend your property. That's basically what it's for. Like,
Okay.
so it's like lair or home defense.
Sure.
So if you get a home, be fucking amazing. Nobody's
Cool.
gonna break in and steal anything because they're gonna get swarmed by Mephits depending on
Mhm.
what you put in there.
Mhm.
The more important one is the Sleeping Lady statue. That one allows you to take the effects of a full rest during a short rest, as long
Right.
as you have the proper tribute.
Do we know what the tribute is?
I believe it is on.
it's on the item.
Oh, okay.
It's on. Somebody has it. I don't know who has
Okay.
it on the sheet.
Yeah.
I think. Orin
They're
has
all
it.
in the bag of holding.
Yeah. All
So,
right.
they're on Bropsy's inventory.
I think it's like 1,000 gold to do it, but the fact that you can take a long rest during a short rest is insane.
Yeah. That's,
So
that's actually.
I wanted you to be aware
Yeah, so I would say that, we could part with the Mephit one for the right amount of money. The other one could be really, really useful. So,
Oh, it does have charges that we can use instead of gold, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the sleeping statue, it'll break if you mess up, but otherwise you can't use the charges for emergency rests.
But we can let them look at it. I think we should keep them.
all right.
Well, let's go to the bank.
Oh, it can also regain charges. Okay, that's cool.
Well, like I said, we can mull it over. We don't necessarily have to do that today. Let's go to the bank, get our money. I thought of some things I would like to maybe get at the magic shop, but I'm not going back to Egelman's. I'm going to go to the other one. God, the Egelmans. They're exactly as annoying as you remember. I kind of forgot how annoying they were, and then I got there and I was like, oh yeah, they're annoying. So I won't be going back there.
Wow. Okay, fine. I'll just...
If I can help it, maybe the other place doesn't have what I'm looking for, and then because Egelman's does seem to have everything. It's just they never tell you what it is right up. They have some stupid name for it. Anyway, sorry.
What
don't
sucks
mean to
is
run.
that there's an Egelman in every single town of the Outer Nexium.
Of course there is. Of course.
They are a fucking big. They're like the Walmart
They're
of magical
Walmart, yeah.
items.
All right, bank. Did we get directions to the bank? Can we ask the stone thingy? The
Real
milk
question
pass?
is, did I put down the name of the bank? I had it somewhere.
We can ask the thing if my baby starts screaming.
Did I delete the bank? Why would I have thought the bank wasn't important?
That's the most important.
Where are we gonna rob if there's no? I mean, what?
I had a bank. I
We
swear
could
to God, I
totally
had a
plan a
bank.
heist.
I guess I decided it wasn't important and just got rid of it. That's asinine.
Just escape down into the labyrinth tunnels.
I had a fucking good name for it too. It was like something about. Anyways, I'm sad now. I don't have a name for the bank. Okay, so you guys spend some time walking around looking for a bank. And do you want to ask directions or just investigate on your own?
I use my stone, my multi-pass.
You muted again, babe.
Oh yeah, can we just ask his thing?
Okay, yeah, go ahead and ask your thing.
Multi-pass, point us to the bank.
I'm sorry, bank does not come up in my directory. Remember, you have to know the name of the place.
Oh, shoot. Let's ask somebody if they know the name of the bank.
You can
Yeah, just-
investigate. Make an investigation check if you want to try to get information in the bank.
I can
Did
make
Arn
one, or
go to
someone
the
else can.
smith?
Yeah, I also didn't find out if perhaps he was going with
Didn't
Arn or
find
not.
what.
Sub to you?
Because she didn't care.
I was gonna say, Mitnir's gonna go with him, not to watch him or anything, just gonna be outside practicing for the day. So while he's smithing, I'm practicing. But that way, if there's an emergency, he's not just by himself.
As far as we know, it's called the bank.
It is called Summit Financial Holdings.
Right.
Okay, multi-pass, point us to Summit Financial Holdings.
Okay. I mean, it's basically like a big ring. It's not that hard to find out where
Just
it
to
is.
answer you, Bropsy,
I just needed you to roll so I had time to...
I think I'd like to keep what I'm working on a surprise. So if
Okay. I'll go with Seti then.
keep SETI
Okay.
company.
As they spend the first, couple hours of their day trying to find a bank that actually deals in this money. By the way, you could have just immediately called
Cleary.
Cleary to ask what banks deal
Oh
with
well.
holdings.
We're exploring the town,
Phoenix Holdings. Yeah, this town, by the way, again, it's twilight, but it's got enough light coming from, not from any moon, but from the starlight itself, that it actually does feel vibrant, and it doesn't feel like a full night effect. It feels like a city that never sleeps. And it really is very like lively here. There are people of all different races, which some of which you've never seen before. You see creatures that are no more than a few inches tall, spreading around and flying through the air. You see creatures like Corrid from the gate, most of which are not nearly as well off as he is, just sort of like hanging out in some slum areas. And you see there's street brawls going on, but controlled, like sanctioned street brawls. You see all kinds of interesting walks of life and people, and it's a really crazy town. And you walk for about 5 miles before you actually make it to this bank. Once you find out the information about it. In the meantime, I will have you make my first roll, but first tell me who it's for, or not who it's for, but which one it is, and then I'll have you go ahead and roll. Oren, for your first one, bright and early as you make it to Zax, who says, "Really looking forward to this work this morning. You're teaching me a whole lot about some intricate metalwork."
This will be the emerald one.
All right, fantastic.
So he's helping again?
The first one he's going to learn, so it's all on you.
Okay. 18.
18. It's successful. It is slightly less intricate than the others. You lost some of the form in it. But it does look nice, and it is functional. There's no cracks in the metal or anything like that. It does connect perfectly well. As he looks at it, he says, I see what you did here, and now that I actually understand your process, I think I see what you're going for. I think I can help you streamline it, and then he will help you with the next one to try to get to the next section. He's like put off his other work, which I think he was making something for somebody, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Was he
He's making adamantine breastplate for me.
Yeah, he's making adamantine. Completely puts it on hold.
That's fine. We
My
got
bad.
time.
Because he's so obsessed with it. I think like midway through like working on this though, he's just like, oh shit, I gotta make a breastplate. But yeah, go ahead. And
next roll?
yeah, just go ahead and tell me what the next one is, and then make it with advantage.
It's ruby.
Okay.
It's 20.
Perfect.
20 total.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going above and beyond like the first two were, but it is a pristine is exactly the envision. Perfect.
Sweet.
Okay. And so that's going to take you until probably about lunchtime and a little bit beyond, which you'll have lunch with Zax. At which point he's going to go ahead and pull out a sandwich for you and say, "It's been a long time since I've gone to work with somebody in their forges. It's kind of nice to have someone around here." And you see like this big meaty, God, what's he called again? Bugbear hand just like reach out and hand you the sandwich.
Oh, thank you.
It's really good to get to know a fella like you.
Perhaps after I'm done with this, I could help you with that breastplate for my friend.
Be much obliged.
Sure. Could make it real nice for him.
Maybe a persuasion check.
13?
I was hoping for that. 2.
Tell you what, I definitely souped it up on that breastplate, and frankly, I learned some new techniques myself. You got another project you got in mind. Why don't we go in on it together? I'll make something for you and your group. Frankly, I just like it, and it's just nice to have some company. I know the city is eclectic and there ain't a lot of folk around, but still lonely being a bugbear.
Well, it has actually been a while since I got to work in a forge, so I kind of enjoy it. So,
Well, you got any more ideas? Tails are all me, friend. I'll give you some time to think about that.
Yeah, I'll have to think of something.
No, now!
Just because it's like really nice hanging out with you, like thinking of. Anyways, So you guys are heading out to, I'll find it, the Summit Financial Holdings.
Yep.
Yes, that one.
When you arrive, it is a very slender building. It almost looks like it's just like jutting into an alleyway, but it is like got tall pillars on both sides, and it's got a door. And then it's basically the door is half the width of the building, and then like the other quarters are on either side with these pillars. And as you walk in through the door, you find that it expands exponentially. It's like walking into the TARDIS. It's just bigger on the inside. On either side, you see rows of tellers on both sides of different races. But at the very head, you see somebody just like a very like magnate-looking individual looking over the entire thing. Like picture like Gringotts from Harry Potter, right? Like so you see like all the different little teller desks and then like the main person up top. As you walk into Summit Financial Holdings, there are not that many people here. Probably about maybe half a dozen for the whole place. But they are dealing in large transactions. You can see them putting like thousands of gold on the tables.
That bodes well. All right. I'll just walk up to a teller that doesn't seem to be busy with somebody.
Okay, there is a particular teller that doesn't seem to be remotely busy, and it is a tabaxi. They are a calico tabaxi.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning.
Hello.
We have some tokens from the University of Phoenix.
Interesting. You see, they've got a like a nail file, and they're sharpening their claws. That's wonderful.
We will-
Phoenix tokens, are they?
Yes, we would like to convert them into gold.
Wonderful. I'll need to check their authenticity, hon. Please place them on the table.
Of course. There's 9 of them, and I put them down.
9? Oh, somebody's been a busy Betty.
We saved
you had
somebody's
enough.
life.
I thought we had more than that.
No. We had 3,
we had-
and then he just gave us 6 more.
How much did he give us for saving him?
6.
He'd only done 3 things before that.
Oh, okay.
We didn't get
So-
paid much before we fell off a cliff.
Yeah,
right.
unfortunately.
So they take it back and they go over it, and you see them come back and they say, "Genuine article, aren't you the lucky Betties? Would you like this deposited into an account, or would you like to take it all in cash?"
All in cash, please.
Fantastic.
And if you wouldn't mind, could you divide it up into 5 little pouches equally? It's not a big deal if you...
No, it's fine. I suppose I wasn't doing anything important, so fine. So
You're gonna be there a while. 1.
1, 2.
Next time I'm banking with her,
All
I'm
right,
bringing
so
back coppers.
She hands you 5 pouches of 1,800 gold. Would you like some of that in platinum, or would you like it all in gold? I can recount it for you with platinum to make it lighter.
The gold's fine. I think we'll manage. We're probably all going to spend it today anyway.
Wow, must be fucking nice.
I'll slip her 5 platinum for her trouble.
Wow! She's like, she goes from like not okay to like, well then, thank you, madam.
I appreciate your time.
I said she this time, but it's a they.
And
Thank you so much, madam. You should have led with that.
Well, I
thank
didn't
you
have my
for
9,000
banking at
gold yet.
Summit Financial Holdings. If there's anything else that you would like from us, please return.
I certainly will, and I'll ask for...
Fuck you.
Ask for fuck you. Great. I'm
That's
sure
a very
that
good name.
So, my name is hate so much.
Oh,
Her name is
And it's the Baxi name, so I'm like,
Just
I don't know
Callie.
how to. Huh? Callie? Yeah, her name's Callie.
oh my
sure.
god.
It's so easy. It's right there.
I was trying to think of something that wasn't so like.
All right.
Callie the Calico.
It should just be like, fuck Callie, you.
My name's Mittens. I'm Tux the Tuxedo Cat.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your help, and we'll be sure to bring our future business straight to you. Here you go, and I hand Bropsy one of the 1800 gold patches. I put the one of the other ones in my gold patch, and take the other 3. We should go.
Wait, where did the other people go?
Well, 2 of them are at the forge. I don't know what Grim's doing.
I'm here.
You're here with us?
Grim came with us to the bank.
I just went so that like he's not by himself. I'm not helping. I'm outside practicing. I'm studying the book all day.
Oh, so he's like very distracted. Okay, so yeah, you can just spend the whole day practicing, sure.
Midnier's outside making money.
I hand Grim his
much was
his pouch, so Grim gets 1800 gold.
Huzzah.
So, do you guys want to go to the other magic shop with me? I just wanted to kind of peruse their wares, pass some time. I know what they were called. I wrote it down somewhere. I have to look into my notes. Dig into
It's
my
the
mind
the
palace.
red
The
something.
red something. Exactly, the red something.
Red Wolf.
The red wolf warehouse. So, could you ask the multipass to take us there?
Yes, if baby does not yell.
Okay, it's gonna take you about an hour to make it back across town because you guys went a little bit out of your way for this bank. But you spend the time and you head back and you come across the same building, the door marked with this sort of red wolf head with the howling moon. And as you walk inside, you come across a knoll.
Hello.
And a small little tanuki by the name
Hi.
of Papa. And she says, and the tanuki greets you first and says, "Hi, welcome to Red Wolf Warehouse. How can I help you?"
So I wanted to ask about a couple of specific items and then just maybe kind of browse around a bit.
Sure.
I was wondering if you had something that could sort of like a container, a fairly large one, and I make a shape sort of the size of the tome that we have. That could shield something from being magically detected or scryed upon.
You want something made of lead?
If you
Or would
have
you
it.
like something slightly more enchanted than that?
Well,
Because to truly hide something, the enchantment level is very high.
I thought so, and our budget is maybe not as big as we would like, so the lead might be better than nothing if that's all we can afford. But I would love to hear about what else you can offer, and maybe save up for it.
Well, I mean, just for a standard lead box, you could probably get one for about 50 gold for something about that size. For one that's more fancy and truly blocks it, oh gosh, I need to find out real quick. 'Cause
Take your
that's
time.
similar in price to.
That meat from
Check
last
it
night
out.
is really starting to hit me.
They probably got to go check the back room.
Yeah.
And remember, I'll be heading to where they are now once I'm done making these things.
What's that thing called?
Ah, but when
And
will you
it's
be
an
done with
amulet,
that?
that's what it is. Something that truly blocks the eyes of everyone in this town. For something that's that size, actually comes with a plus enchantment allowing you to store more than that, but something that would truly allow you to hide something or many things would be around the price of 20,000 gold.
20,000 gold. Okay.
But trust me, prying eyes would not be able to make their way to you.
Right. That would be amazing. But well, bit out of the price range at the moment.
He's hiding.
I'll go ahead and take the lead box though, and hope it does the trick until we can afford something better.
Well, what it'll do is if anybody is trying, if anybody is looking at you, they won't be able to detect the magic coming from it. If it's something of magical nature,
Right.
it will block the enchantments from spreading out. The big issue is if someone were to look for it via magical means, knowing what the item is, it would still be visible to them.
Yeah, probably not good enough for what I have in mind then. But it's what you said, 50 gold. I'll take my chances and maybe
Sure. She'll get with the lead box.
All right, so I'll be 50 gold for our lead box, and those pouches that you can put things in, but then the pouches hold more than what the pouch looks like. It's like a space you can just kind of.
Yes, in fact, the bag that I was specifically telling you about was capable of doing both things.
Oh, damn, that would be.
Yes, it is a bag of holding with the same effects as a proof against location and detection.
How
20,000 gold.
Yeah, but how much is a regular one worth that doesn't do the non-detection stuff?
5,000.
Okay, good to know. I turn to Bropsy and Grim. Give me a moment to... Guys, I know 20,000 is a lot of gold, but it would keep the book safe from the monster, I think, maybe. And we wouldn't have to worry about being attacked by goat thingy until we figured out what was going on. So I'm wondering if we had things that we could sell all together to maybe pool our resources to get this extra special bag that could hold other things too.
You want to spend that many on a bag?
A bag that keeps the book safe, and
I don't know if we could hold that even if we sold everything. We'd have to.
Well,
Everything.
if we sold the university one of the statues, maybe we could make that the price that we would ask. At least 20,000 gold. No more, no less. More, sure.
I mean,
It's something
that's
to
what you want
consider.
to do.
It's something to consider. I think getting attacked by goat monster again would be really, really bad. I don't want to get the gourd in the stomach or the face or anywhere else a second time.
Aren't you the person who did not want to spend 1,000 little coins on the
Because I was
bath?
saving that gold for something more useful, like this bag.
Oh yes, she says not useful. Except how many times has she asked Grim to use it to take her somewhere?
Well, you see, we didn't
Had
need
it for
I didn't.
one day.
Look, I can give you some money to compensate you every time I use it if you want.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just saying. So
I just think you have one. Why do I need one? You're with me. We don't both need our own. Then we would just be standing here both with our rocks in our hands.
Grim may not be here with you always. You will now know. I could go somewhere.
All right, what's up?
We're arguing.
Oh, okay.
I find it unlikely that the creature would come into the city.
I would rather not have to worry about it because we might not be here forever. And what if it can come into the city? We don't know for sure. It's just something to consider. We can definitely bring it up with the other two and make sure that they're on the same page. I'm open to being told I'm wrong.
Grim doesn't really care about the
We'll
statues.
probably
These are
hear
so-
back from Cleary.
If you want to sell the statues, it's fine with me.
Something to consider. I think a bag that can hide everything we put in it from, prying eyes, even the goat monster eyes would be awesome. Also, though, I wonder if the bank had vaults we could just put the book in. I mean, I don't know if I trust the bank, but they might have vaults that are... Should we go back and ask?
Yeah, I think that would be helpful.
Okay, it's an hour walk back to the bank.
Oh, it's an hour walk, though. I'm tired. And hungover.
God.
Maybe take a lunch break and then go back to the bank.
He's probably.
Is there anything else you want to shop for at this magic shop before you go an hour's away?
No. It's gonna go back to the bank, then come back to shop again.
I do have quite a bit of money burning a hole in
Anyway,
my pocket. But no, I think we need to go...
Holding, and I'd have to make it, by the way. This is a unique item. So he will be the only person who has it for sale, and it's 20,000 currently.
All right, well, we'll put a pin in that. Thank you so much for your help and your information and the lead box currently. We might be back for the other one.
No problem. It's probably going to work just fine. As long as nobody's specifically looking for it, I'm sure they won't be able to find it.
Good. Sounds good enough for me, I say with zero confidence. And
But you're ready to go already?
Basically, what you're saying is that a scry spell would still probably be able to penetrate it with the proper roll.
or locate object, or if
If
they know the object they're looking
lead
for.
boxes have been like a weird thing for me. I'm never 100% sure how they work, but like how effective they are. But I know you can't detect magic through them.
They foil
Right.
Superman.
So if
Just
somebody's
a
looking
side-
for a magic item, they won't find it if it's inside the box. But if somebody's looking
Right.
for a
Could-
specific item that happens to be magic, they might find it within the box.
You could
You have-
trade for the bag. We have 21,000 gold worth of +3 arrows. Just saying.
Oh shit. I forgot about the... They're on Propsy's back.
Yep.
You're not here, so...
Propsy's there. She has them.
But no one else is thinking about arrows besides you.
I entirely forgot about the arrows. I'd have made this bag 40,000 if I remembered about the arrows.
Yeah, we can get it now.
Well, does Brapsy remember the arrows, or do we go to the forge to give Auron his share of the money?
They get reminded of the arrows and have to walk 3 hours back to this place. 20-mile city
Perhaps
suck.
he doesn't like me and she remembers things, so you know.
Well, here's the thing. What time is it right now, as opposed to how my work
It's
is?
about lunchtime now. They're about even with you guys.
Okay. Because then once I'm done making this last one, I'll be going to the Red Wolf.
You're going to need about 3 hours more to finish.
Okay.
You finished your first two, though.
Yeah.
You've caught up to the timeline.
All right. Does Brapsy say anything about the arrows? When we're having this argument about bartering things?
Yes, sure. We have the arrows.
Okay, I turn back to the proprietor with my best smile and say, we have some wares that are quite rare and quite valuable that we are looking
You have rare wares?
Yes, we do. We're looking to part with them for the right price, and you seem to have a good eye. I wonder if you would have... Brapsy, can you bring one of them out and show our good friend here what...
I show the arrow.
Okay, she's going to take some time. She's going to look at it. And then her eyes get really wide, and she says, "Boss!" And you watch as this gnoll comes out from behind the thing and says, "Yes, what is the problem, pup?" "Boss! Good arrows!" And he says, And he leans forward, and he's got this monocle on, but it's like a zoomy monocle. It's hard to explain. It's like one of those things they used to
The
look
jeweler's
at.
one?
Yeah, right. And he's like, "Well, I'll be done. That's a very good enchantment for an arrow. Well, thank you for showing me." And he begins to head back out. It's like, "No, boss, they want to sell!"
Yeah, would you like to buy them? And
Well, it's not very many that come here to try to purchase arrows of this quality. But, I suppose I could make use of them one way or another.
we have quite a few. Basically, however many you would care to take, and name your price, and we'll see if we can work out the deal.
How many do you have?
Oh,
Like 12 or something? 15?
42.
No, it's like 42.
we
Oh,
have
magical ones? I thought we only had.
No, you have a lot.
We have a
I think
lot,
it
but
was
we're
there for
we're
like a
trying to
year or
keep
so.
it kind of like
Okay.
we're not going to come out and say we have like 20-ish.
20? Looking at the
Basically, we want to
exquisiteness of
buy
the
that.
air. I could give you 6,000 gold for 20.
Let me do some quick math.
Mental math only, because your character is not a good mathematician.
Oh no. Well, that would be 3 and then 3. Okay. Well, I think that's about what the same. Okay. Yeah, sounds good to me. 6,000 for 20, and then we have 6,000 gold. We still need quite a bit more, don't we?
I'm about to make an insight check on you.
If
You have more than 20, don't you?
we do actually. If you want more than 20, we don't want to.
Trust me, I'm trying to compete with Eaglemans here in Twilight Town. I could use something like that for a bit of an enchantment work I'm doing myself. I'll tell you what.
All right. Well,
How many do you actually have?
42.
42. Tell you what. If you sell me all 42, I'll give you 14,000.
Sounds good to me. Are we all okay with that?
It depends. Do you think that 333 gold is good for each arrow?
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
How
none
much
of us
did-
are going to use them, so.
This is true.
The blacksmith gave 300 per arrow.
Oh, he gave 300? Oh,
Yeah.
Why was Grim thinking he gave 500? That's not.
They're worth
What?
500 brand new.
They're worth 500, but these people can only sell them for 500, so they're.
Well, obviously, yes. Okay, no, Grim was
So he's
misremembering.
giving you 11% markup.
That's pretty good. This good.
So we'll take it. Yeah. We'll take it.
Very well. A pleasure doing business with you, pup. Please get the money. And he immediately takes all your arrows. He's like, arrows. And he goes to the back. He says, I've got a fun project. Red Wolf thinks that because he's very rich, because he makes very good enchantments, that he can spend a lot of money. We don't have it. But I'll tell you what. You're interested in the bag? We can take the price off of the bag for you.
That sure. Yeah.
That would put it to the normal price of like a normal bag of holding. I'll take even an additional 1,000 off. So 5,000 gold, normal bag of holding cost for the bag of entropic holding.
All
How
right.
much should we get from the bank coins?
Well, we all have 9,000 between us from the bank coins.
Okay. I'll just give you what's left then at this point.
So I'll pay my 18. Well, tell you what. The other two aren't here to speak for it, so they I don't want to spend our money without their consent.
We earned that all as a group, and this is being used as a group. I think it's fine. Just divvy the cost of it all together.
So it's 5,000.
That's 5,000 gold if you don't want the 14,000 gold that you're going to get paid.
So just take 1,000 off.
We'll take
each
1,000
cut.
off of each person's cut.
Each person gets
Okay.
800.
Okay, Grim will take 1,000 gold out of his inventory.
All right. To be aware, this actually has a larger storage capacity than a normal bag of holding as well.
Oh, cool. I
Could
will
you put
give
your
him
bag
that.
of holding in it? No, wait, that
Um,
causes a problem, doesn't
actually-
That causes a big old problem.
That's a real big problem.
Do you, Could I return the lead box I just bought then, since I no longer need it?
No, I even.
I mean, they're
Or if-
giving us. You may as well just give them back the box.
They give
It's
you
not worth
1,000
very
gold
much.
discount. It's 50 gold.
Yeah, just
Alright,
give them
here.
back the box. So we don't have to carry it around.
Yeah, you can
Just
have the
put
box.
the box in the new bag. Might need it later.
Just
Just
leave
let
the
them-
book
All right,
in the
that's
box.
fine. We have room. What am I thinking? I don't have to carry it in my backpack. I can put it in this new bag. All right, cool.
Hold up. I will have to make this item for you because it is
Sure.
a custom item.
Sure.
And it was his bread and butter. It was his best item.
It's better
Um,
protected now. It's a lead box inside of a bag.
That said, a bag of holding is 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. It can hold up to 500 pounds. A volume of 64 cubic feet is what a bag of holding is. So this one has the same opening at the mouth, but it is much deeper.
Mary Poppins.
It is 10 feet deep.
Hmm.
And can hold up to 5,000 pounds.
Does your boss have any other experimental
So this is
things?
like the ultimate bag of holding. You're welcome. Shut the fuck up. And I will make it and give it to you guys later. I can't believe it.
We'll need another Google Doc for that bag.
Oh, I'm just gonna transfer over the same, unless we want to have 2 bag of holdings.
We
Colin.
might
There's
as well have
nothing wrong with having 2 bags of
We
holding.
should have 2 bags of holding.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's totally fine. We're a big party, you know.
Yeah.
We just put the stuff we want to hide.
I mean, we
in
can
the-
have the same Google Doc, but like 2 different pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Just
one
have
is
use the-
bag one.
virtually never going to get filled unless you're putting small vehicles in it. So
I'm putting an entire lake in it. I'm just gonna fill
We
it. full.
could take the old one and we could run around and catch some air in it, and then put some water and some food in it, and then carry it around to Ernie and have his own little home.
I will say this, because of the aspects of this bag and because of how cool it is, I will let you guys put the copper pot in it.
Ooh. There we
Oh,
go.
like the big-
Yeah,
big
we don't
one?
have to carry around the big
Oh,
cauldron anymore. The
This one on Grimm's back?
Yeah, you want to dump it in?
Okay. Here it goes. Plunk.
Seti just takes off her backpack and dumps the entire backpack in.
Because of the aspect of the bag, but I'm going to go ahead and say that it's going to reduce your overall weight limit by more because of how large it is to get through the mouth.
Okay.
So we'll just make it 4,000 pounds.
You
Just
just hear
again,
some
an
All right,
infinitesimal
well-
amount of weight.
Yeah, so you make up the item, and by next session we'll have it all figured out. In the meantime, thank you so much. It has been an absolute pleasure doing business with you. I'll be sure to bring all of my future magical item needs here, and not to
Yes.
Egerman's.
To us, not to Egelman's. I like you.
I like you too.
Good. Always bring your work and your money to the Red Wolf, and trust me, we will get it done.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
What's your name?
Seti.
Seti.
And this is Grim, and this is Brapsy.
Bropsy.
Hello.
She like looks at you with like,
And-
What?
And you are?
pup.
Wait, insight. I want to insight what that look was.
Make an insight check.
She's checking you out.
13.
She thinks you're hot.
Oh.
She is a tanuki, by the way, so she is like a little raccoon person.
Oh. Oh. Do I think she's cute?
That's
Roll
entirely
for
up to you. That is entirely up to you.
Roll for cuteness.
No, I'm not rolling for cuteness. She is.
You have to roll for cuteness.
she has-
I don't
she has-
know.
Gosh, I rolled a 15, so she's pretty cute.
Oh, she's pretty cute. Oh no.
So she's like, she's got like dark rings around her eyes, like
Uh-huh.
they make it look like she's got a little mask on.
Uh-huh.
And she's got a little button nose, and she's sort of covered in like a little bit of like fur. It's like really short and like sort of like a soft downiness on top of her skin,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's got this sort of bushy, fluffy ringtail.
Oh.
And she wears like a little cute shorts and like a crop top.
It was so nice to meet you.
We'll be back here for sure.
Perhaps you would blush if you could see her blush. Her feathers get a little ruffled.
She's just like, oh, thanks for shopping at Red Wolf.
Take care. We'll see you again. And Sati starts to head out. And kind of gives Brapsy a little nut, like, I think she was into you. Huh? She's cute. Huh? She's cute.
I'm gonna look back over my shoulder at her.
You see her turn, and her tail is just. She's definitely sauntering with the swagger of a much more swagger than she had when you guys walked in.
All right. Well, that went pretty well.
Meanwhile, after all
Not
of your
something that
shopping
could ever happen in nature.
and ending of arrows and everything else that happened, Auron, make your last roll with advantage.
Natural one.
Double
natural one.
Yeah.
25.
Jesus Christ, he has rolled so well. Perfect. Absolutely pristine. By the way, if you have an idea about what else you would like to make, you can let him know now, or you can come back. It's up to you. You can also start heading into Red Wolf to get the enchantments done.
I'm not sure what else to make yet. I might want to discuss it with the group. So I'll head to the Red Wolf.
Cool. Hold up. I'm going to make a D100 roll for a chance of you guys running into Auron passing you on the way. That's so I can't believe I just rolled a 69. Whoop.
So we run into him.
We
But
definitely run into each other.
Faces are pressed inches away.
Yeah. So where are you guys headed, by the way? So Auron, you walk out of the smithy and you got all of your items in tow. Not in tow.
I got him in a little bag.
Wait, are you done already?
You see again, there's a fucking crowd around him. You get 5 gold. For your performance.
Oh, hey, here. Yeah, I am done here.
And you're gonna get 6 hours for that.
I have to head over to the Red Wolf. If you wanted to tag along, I guess.
Sure. I mean, I figure I'd stay close to somebody while I practice. Just kind of pack up my stuff and I'll follow.
Yeah, you've got your book and you've got your.
Grab my pack, just throw it over my shoulder.
You got your sandbags that you had to purchase for doing this training properly. Weighted Tai Chi. And yeah. So you.
I've got the whole ankle weights, arm weights thing going on.
Yeah, you really do. You've got like a really heavy clothing, like in Dragon Ball Z. You gotta take off later.
No, it's like in Naruto, but only with the Guy Sensei's permission.
Only with the Guy Sensei's permission, exactly. So as you guys are walking, but again, where was the Red Wolf group going?
To the forge to give them their cut of the money.
Oh, by the way, did anybody else want to buy anything at Red Wolf's?
I mean, I don't know.
Because like you can shop. I mean, she dominated the shopping, but you guys have money. If you wanted to buy anything else at Red Wolf while you were there,
Sorry.
Maybe we could just. We'll see. We'll see.
okay,
I might
cool.
wait.
Okay, wait. Perfectly fine. So you guys head to. You guys are heading towards where each one of you went. Thing is these towns are just basically one main street that runs through and then back alleys. So you run into each other 100%. And as you guys are making your way one way and the other one troops making the other way, you guys run into each other almost perfectly through this crowd that's in the middle.
Said he bumped
like
shoulders with somebody and it's like,
crowd,
oh, sorry.
you guys
Hey!
And it's Mitnir. You bump right into Mitnir. Oren's standing behind him because he's using Mitnir as like a crowd plow.
Hi, you're done on the phone.
Oh, hi.
I have something for both of you, but I have to give it to you with an apology. It's 800 gold, your share from selling the token or converting the tokens. We each spent 1,000 on a new magic bag that could.
And as she holds up the magic bag, it is made out of black leather. It is beautiful, and it has the insignia of a red wolf on its clasp.
This holds things just like Brapsy's bag, but it also keeps them from being detected. So maybe the goat monster can't find the book anymore once we put the book in there. I don't want to do it in public, but if that's not okay, I can pay you I can pay you back. I don't have.
Fine with me.
It seems like a good use of the coin.
And I thought if it was a really big deal and we wanted more money, we could maybe try to just one of the statues, just see if they would give us like 20,000 gold for it, and then maybe we could part with it to kind of make up for the cost of the bag.
I mean, I'm not that big on money, so that's totally fine with me.
Awesome. Well, here's your 800 gold each. Where are you guys going?
Heading to Red Wolf, actually.
Oh! Hey, Brapsy, do you want to go back to Red Wolf?
Oh my god.
It's too soon. Is it too soon?
I don't care. It's fine.
The proprietor or the girl behind the counter? She has a crush on Brapsy. She thinks Brapsy is really cute.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was adorable.
Like looking like awkwardly at the ground away, like.
So you're saying we should grab like flowers or something?
Did you
on
not
the
know
way?
Steady sucks?
Haha!
He does not have any filters.
I do not.
And you worry about Grim.
I mean, I would no. If
Wait,
we went
wait,
back,
Grim, I need to know. Are you holding your pig?
Oh, yeah, Ernie is with me. I just figured Ernie would be with me.
He just got like it's like the Chihuahua. He's got a little pig under his arm.
Yes. No, Ernie can walk. He's a big boy. I don't want to treat him. I want to give him a little independence.
Trying to fatten him up, he probably shouldn't walk.
No, I'm not trying to fatten. He needs to be strong. I don't want his legs to get weak by not using them.
we could probably get like a little harness and
He
stuff.
prances through the street. He is so proud to be the only pig that he has seen on the street. He is so fucking gorgeous in his eyes.
Yes, you're a pretty pig, little Ernie. And I think for now, the zombie is just in the house, in the inn.
Yeah, I imagine it's sitting there going.
She's just moaning.
Keep him.
And Azores is having a nice midday pig feast. So that's nice.
Who's having a pig feast?
Azores.
Oh, okay.
Lovely.
I think we're not there.
So are you guys all heading back to Red Wolf or no?
Well, I'm
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. You guys are gonna start walking back the half hour that you've spent walking away from there. When you see
Steps in.
shadows like sort of passing from up above as people are leaping from rooftop to rooftop.
What?
Like they're just
Is this just... They're just parkouring?
Is that
they're
normal?
basically like they're free runners. And then you watch one lands. It does a 3-point roll and just looks at you guys. It's like Seti. Yes? Oren? Propsy. Yes. That's your names, right? That's what you are?
Who are you?
And you see this this sort of like young looking gray tabaxi Says, sorry. I'm with... 1 second. I forgot their name. I think they're Summer Grove. That's where they're stationed. Nope. Not there.
As he's saying everyone's names, though, Mitnir's like hand on sword, just like
There. I'm an idiot. Well, I'm with the Nexium Runners. Just here to deliver a message for you.
All right.
Good. And he hands you a small note. Says, "Thank you for your patronage." And he runs and like jumps off of a barrel, jumps onto the roof, and just keeps running.
I could do that.
He's going to get very tired very quickly.
I kind of draw everybody close to take a look at this note.
It appears to be a letter that is headed from the Twilight Reserve. And it is written as a note from your good friend Caliendo Esfloranza.
Oh, Cal.
It says, "I've heard from Lady Hyacinth." It says, "Greeting, comrades. I have recently heard from Lady Hyacinth. She has instructed me to keep our little acquisition. In the meantime, it is to be used in the hands of the Twilight Reserve, and to thank you for your patronage, she has offered you the slightest bit of consideration as to say, would you like to see her?" And this like it's written as like a question, like within quotations. Would you like to see me, more specifically?
Mhm.
To do such, apparently, you are to head to the Twilight Reserve and to join their ranks. In doing so, you will take your first steps towards meeting Lady Hyacinth and joining House Lunaris. At a high recommendation, your pace will proceed quickly. Also, out of consideration, as long as you have 200 pounds of salt, the first resurrection is on her.
We need
Guess
to
if
find
you-
out what the Twilight Reserve is.
Sincerely, Caliendo Esperanza. Kisses.
Well, we know Cal works for them.
What
Yeah, we need. But what do they
Are
do?
these the kind of people who would kill you if you don't get the items for them?
Another
Well, that
question
was
is,
Lady Hyacinth.
can we be part of more than one house, or is it the A or B scenario?
And like,
Well,
how
if-
deeply do we want to put down roots here?
And if we join one, does that mean only one of our things on a multipass lights up, or do we still get to make them all glow?
And you know, I guess if we, I mean, obviously we're here, we're spending money. Making money would be good. Do Twilight Reserve people get paid for whatever the hell they do?
Well, there was the Dungeoneering group, if nothing else.
Oh, well,
There's
The Twilight Reserve is a Dungeoneering group as well, though.
Right. Well, I'm just saying that I'm sure there's.
How
I
do
don't
you
know.
know these things? Grim
I
has
talked
no
to-
idea who these people
I talked
are.
to the Enchanter the other day at the Red Wolf.
So you know the Twilight Reserve works specifically for House of the Lunaris. The Black and Delvers Adventure Company is a delving group in specificity, and they're stationed in Twilight Town, but they do not work specifically for them. And I don't know if you heard about the third big guild in the area.
Nope. So I have
Let
the
me
Delvering
guess,
written
it's
down.
Eggleman's Adventuring Camp.
Gator's like, no, but it should have been.
No, it's not, and it shouldn't have been.
all right. Well,
Humans and companions.
I mean, I'm not a. It's a nice town, but I'm not against meeting. At least hearing them out, maybe
yeah.
getting paid.
Maybe,
Grim has always said he will not join any cults. So just make sure it's not a cult.
duly noted.
Wait, could you define cult for me first?
Let me pull up Webster's.
No, I just meant his definition. What does he define as?
You know where you got the crazy people who follow the crazier people.
So as long as it's a completely sane person being followed by crazy people, that'd be okay.
No, I don't want to be with crazy people. If Grim would be crazy, Grim would just be by himself crazy.
Got it. So just no crazy people. Clarify.
Right.
Quick aside, have you guys ever seen the Seinfeld episode where Kramer creates a jingle for the Hennigan's Scotch?
I haven't seen a single Seinfeld episode.
What?
Well, Hennigan's is almost spelt like Eagleman's, and that popped in my head.
Nice.
It's like, oh man.
Yeah, there we go. See, I'm sorry, chat. This isn't a cult, it's a small group of highly motivated, belief-based establishment.
Well, maybe we'll ask the barkeep about, these factions and, see if we can get the gossip on them before we make any decisions. In the meantime, let's get our shopping done, yeah? And,
All right, well, to save some time, you guys can go wherever you want. Let's just say that between the places you've already visited, or wherever else, is there anything anybody wants to buy? I know what you want to do, Belin. And so you had the total price that you already did. You've covered half of it now. So it's the other half of that total price per piece that I told you is the enchantment cost at Red Wolves.
Yep.
So you're just gonna pay that up front.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll take him a total of
12 years
to do all of them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'll drop those off and be back in 2 days.
Okay. So consider those all completed items. Would you like me to type them up for you, or would you like to type them up?
Oh, I'll make them.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and put your descriptions and everything and type them up, and we'll consider them official content. And then
I'll make them in D&D Beyond, and then people can add them.
Because you did so well on the ones that were above level 20, give them an additional 5-foot range.
Okay.
So that would be doubled for the far range.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's still 2 more days, I think, on Grim's breastplate, too. Because it's been 1 day, yes?
But he didn't work on it.
No, he did a little bit.
He said 3 days. I think.
Yeah, you got 2 more days before you were scheduled to pick up.
Did he want me to help him? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to help him. Yeah.
Because I can go back there now. After
Yeah,
I
so you just drop him off and then you head back over there. Yeah, that should keep it at the normal pace. So you should be able to get him done. So by nighttime, you can discuss with the party what you guys, if you want to make use of his offer.
Yep.
Okay. Does anybody else want to buy anything or do anything?
I'm okay.
Literally, all I'm trying to power through the book, so I'm spending as much stationary time as I can. Because the sooner I get it done,
3 hours, so 9 hours total for the day.
okay. I was like, the sooner I get it done, the less I have to spend on it.
When we're all back together again, I do need to ask, does anybody want this shrunken head? It's very useful, but I can't use it anymore.
It is really useful.
I don't have any room.
Why don't we make Oren carry it?
It'll tell you about magic things.
He doesn't use anything. He just...
All I have right now is this one ring. I guess I could use that.
Said he just thrusts the shrunken head at you.
He doesn't hold the shield like the rest of us.
I mean,
The shrunken head looks strangely sad and unwanted.
it's not the prettiest thing.
Aw, no, like shrunken head, you were very good and you're very interesting. I don't want to carry you if I can't use you.
Some
you
of us
much
will
have
die
to-
if we don't wear these things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, anyways, the shrunken head, detects magic automatically at all times.
Yeah. I guess
And-
I'll just strap it to my belt,
Okay.
hang it next to my pouch.
To get its benefits, you have to hold it in one hand and walk around with it. That's why nobody wants it. Nobody wants it because they don't want to just hold it out and just be like, with the sharp
It would, because when I wasn't using the sword, I could do it, but I'm attuned to things already.
I could
Yeah.
do that when I need to, like...
Yeah.
check the
You
room.
know what I mean, though. You know what I mean.
Yeah, you just whip it out.
And as soon as we are back in our room, as soon as all the shopping is done and we go back to the tavern and go to our room, we transfer the grimoire into the new bag of holding.
Transferred me into what?
But first into the lead box. And then
Yeah, inside the lead
In
box,
the lead box,
in
into
the bag of holding.
into
Never
the
getting out.
bag of intrepid holding.
I'm gonna put that box inside of a box, and I'm going to send it to myself. And when it gets here, I'm going to smash it with a hammer.
Exactly.
No. So the bag of entropic holding, extended holding capacity.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
This is what they do.
All right.
All right.
That's all I got.
Cool.
So,
Well, with
go.
that, I will say you guys do your thing. You go do the rest of your shopping. You head back to the Hidden Boar, and Auron goes back to the forge and again has a late night. You guys head back in to the bar. You have some drinks, maybe some food, whatever you have. You have a some small conversations before heading to bed. We'll go ahead and end this day with that and in our session as well.
So we made it. We lived.
Well, yeah, it's great. It's great being in town, isn't it?
So close there. Whew.
Yep. Had some close calls.